Okay, guys. This is going to be a recording. Looks like Sonya went live tonight. She said she was going to be doing an interview, but turns out she's actually doing a live stream with some lady who says that she did a interview on Tasha K. Who this woman is, I have no idea. I don't know that. I mean, I'm not. Look, I don't know that she's relevant to this whole entire story or not, but ma'am is ma'am is here, and ma'am is doing a live stream, and I'm not sure who she is, but she said she's somebody's baby mom or girlfriend. But in any case, it's Sonya who's live. She's been live, I guess, now at this moment for maybe about an hour. I'm coming back in at the beginning, but as far as the chat, you'll have to watch that to see what the chat looked like. But basically, she's going to talk about everything that's been going on. So let's get in here and see what she wants to share, what they're going to be talking about. Let's go ahead and get this started.
Yeah, but you're right there. That's too close.
No, it's still good. But put it, back a little bit more.
Nope, that's gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do it like that.
Yeah, and I just look like I'm slightly behind you. But you need to oh no, you good, because I thought I was gonna cut your head off again.
We got one person doing the up thing. And so hey
everyone.
this is gonna be kind of weird because the screen is smaller. We should have did it on this.
Yeah.
And I hope y'all can hear us. But this is
Latoya Chantel. Follow me.
And she is from
Well, I was in Tasha K too, y'all. Carl Thomas' baby mama. So make sure you go look at that interview because it's a lot to take.
Right. And she did an interview with Tasha K a month prior to my interview with Tasha K. And we're going to talk a little bit about both of our interviews because I never spoke on it yet. I never said anything. Right. I never said anything about
I'm gonna sip on that.
Right. The interview. And also everybody's little recap of my interview. And I'm wearing my glasses today because I think I need to read. Hey, Sonya, Latoya. Thanks, sweet butterfly.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, no filter today, right? Because people always want to talk about my filter.
Because we're beautiful and we don't need filters. Like filters for enhancement, because it does what it needs to be done, honey. But we are
we doing positive
what it is, honey, in real life, honey.
All day, every day. So we've been hanging out lately in Atlanta, going to the clubs.
Shout out to Madison, Shannon Kelly. Shout out to Cougar, because that's how we met.
Right. She's got a single out called Heaven.
Make sure y'all stream it.
Yep. And so we're gonna talk a little bit about and we're gonna answer. Hey, Team Sonya. Hey, John. So we're gonna answer some questions too. And again, no name calling, none of that nasty Nesto, simple silly Sonya, like
right.
I mean, I'm gonna end up being pushed to be ratchet, but I'm trying not to be ratchet. I mean, I have it in me, but I'm trying not to be that.
That part
at all. My interview, which everybody was saying it didn't go well, it didn't go like I planned, and the only thing I wanted to come out of the interview was light on his case. All of the speculation around if I fucked him, the phone calls and all that stuff, could care less. I mean, that's second to none, like last on the list. Just putting light on his case is what I really cared about. And for people to just really look at what's going on, because we got enough in the justice system, court system. I'm sorry, it's not the justice system. It's just a lot going on where they just really screw us when we get caught up in the court system. Yeah. Innocent, guilty, whatever. It was not meant to help us. It was meant to hurt us. And so I just wanted that interview to shed light on his innocence and for people just to look more into what's going on with his case and not really. And I know everybody was really more so focused on if we was fucking or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And
they calling me a liar. Yeah, calling me a liar because I didn't admit to a stranger if I had sex with somebody. Like, can somebody walk up to you and just ask you who you fucking?
No.
Right. So, I mean,
No.
like, you know, make it make sense. So, right. So me screwing somebody, interview was good in my opinion. You think it was more than what you said? What about the sex talk on the phones? Yeah. So when people are in jail and they're around a lot of men, you gotta talk dirty. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, that's common sense. I feel like, come on now, like, that's common sense.
It's just what it is. I mean, that was when he first went away. Like, ever since that, we've never had a sex conversation since. And that's been a year and 4 months ago since that conversation. And so, you know,
like, we grown people.
Exactly.
We grown.
Exactly. I mean, he's married. You know what I'm saying? And they always say, well, that's for the wife. Yeah, that's cool. You know, we already heard you say you two were intimate. So why would we say you were lying? Oh, they said I lied because I said I didn't have sex with him. So he called me a liar. You know, that's inappropriate, Sonya. It is inappropriate. But, you know, it is what it is.
There's different levels of intimacy. So, you know what I'm saying? Interpret it as you will. But she said what she said.
I said it. I said it. I said it. He said it. He had dirty conversations with me. You know, I participated. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyway, that's my friend. I'm going to get a t-shirt. That's my friend.
Exactly. For sale coming soon.
That's my friend.
Y'all check out createalane.com. That is my website.
I was saying, you did say I was caught up in your feelings. Okay, so I was. So let me be honest about that. You can, like, we were really, really, really cool. Like, we talked every day. And when you talk to a person, that's why I kept my distance. I made sure I never ran into him in person. Because a couple of times that I did see him, I was like, ooh, I'll start liking this dude. And I need to keep my distance from him because at that point, I didn't know he was married. So I was like, let me keep my distance so I don't get caught up emotionally with this man. So that's why I'd only seen him twice in 2020, once in 21, and then I saw him twice in 22. I kept my distance because I was like, you know, you'll catch feelings, you know, and didn't want to catch feelings with him. I would like to hear my side. You don't look 50. Thank you. I'm 55, actually. How old are you?
38.
38. Okay. Hey, black don't crack. She's 38. I'm 55. Sonya, when you get our age, we tend to say men are our friends, even though we're intimate. Yeah, but we are. I mean, if you look at the whole relationship, it's a friendship. It'd be different if we was booed up and going out and fucking on a regular type shit. Like, that's a relationship. But if you just, you know, and then just friendship, it's just a friendship. I've never talked to Shirley. I've never met her. Him and I never talked to Shirley ever, or talked about Shirley. I never asked him anything about his marriage. I just let him talk about whatever he wanted to talk about. And he always wanted to know what my day was, what I was doing and how my day was and how my business was going. Because at the time after I recovered from being ill, I got a partner and we were supposed to open up a sports bar in Miami. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was in Miami trying to open up a sports bar. And my partner backed out. Are you concerned with the public further hurting? Yes, yeah. You don't, that's the big thing. Yeah, we don't want to hurt his case. You don't want to hurt his case. Even though, right, you don't want to hurt his case. A lot of this doesn't have to do with his case that they're talking about, the messiness of it all. But that's why the prosecutor said that in court, that the whole girlfriend, because he wanted the judge to feel like, oh, he's a cheat. So just trying to kill his character in court, because he didn't have to say any of that. He knew I was in Florida and that, you know, me and that man wasn't but friends, because we said it's a lot of the phone calls aren't even out there. It's over 500 phone calls. They only got 40 of them out, and they're only going to pick the ones that sound like it's doing something. Yeah, they're not going to pick the ones that actually say we're just friends. Like I posted on one of the videos, the text that we had from May of early this year that says, you know, I'm glad you're my friend. You know, it's a friend text. And if you look at it's on his phone, my text messages that we used to text before he went to jail, it's just good morning, how's your day? It's not even I miss you. It's none of that type of texting. It's just I'll call you back. It's really dry. Stay in my dude's corner. You all he got. Of course. Can't let him, like, I agree. He needs to be treated. He do need to be treated fairly. And they're making it hard. They're making it hard. I mean, I'm trying to separate this from what he's going through. I get this much support from his family, especially since YouTube came out. Now everybody's like, they don't want to, you know, be a part of it. But you got to push past all of this and just look at this man's freedom and this man's, you know, this man's what he going through. And they also, you know, his family's saying he's innocent, you know, he's not like this, he's not this type of person.
Hey, I'm just down with whatever happens is gonna happen.
Becky with the good hair drama. Wendy Williams was, I love Wendy Williams. So it's not my place to put him in heaven or hell. No. But would she be calling me all kind of hoes and stuff like that? Yeah, she would call me a hoe probably. She'd be like, that'd be hoe behavior. That'd be hoe behavior. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so listen, I was listening to a couple of the phone calls. And I hate my voice. I always hate my voice. Oh my God, I hate my voice.
I don't know why you sound
I sound mousy. I never, ever liked my voice, ever. Every day I'm suggesting that's a sign video by a new blogger. Yeah, everybody's trying to get on the bandwagon. Everybody want to get, because they see all the other bloggers getting paid. So they're trying to get on the hate train and post whatever they can post and then, you know, spit all the hate they can, you know, talk about because that's how they doing it. I don't think he's done everything they said. He hasn't done any of that stuff. That child P case is some bullshit. And especially that rape case. And they're trying to say, oh, the victim is scared. She won't show up to court. She's not scared. It's just a year past and people ain't mad no more. So they don't want to run with the lie, you know?
Yeah.
That almost broke him. When I had to tell him that shit when he was locked up, that they charged you with rape. Like that man was like they played that phone call. They played that one, you know, and he was just like, he said he was going to kill himself. And I was like, please don't do that. But it's a lot of people in jail that's innocent. And that's the frightening part. It's not even enough to be innocent because people go to jail innocent. People get arrested innocent.
Innocent until proven guilty. That's how I feel.
A lot of the cop killings when they killing, you know, black men for a tailpipe or for a license plate. Like, why did you shoot and kill them? You know, so and nothing happens to the officer. So it's scary. People can't say in this climate when we go outside and we're in a car and the cop pull behind us. You don't feel some type of way. You don't feel no type of
feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Tell me you don't feel no type of way.
Even if you have clean license, even if you're doing nothing, you still get that feeling in the pit of your stomach. Just because,
like, you just paranoid. So to sit there and say, "Oh, the cops is down the other," if that was the case, we wouldn't feel no type of way if the police got behind us.
Exactly.
And pulled us over. We wouldn't feel no type of way. You
instantly feel fearful.
You instantly feel like this man might kill me. Let me call my people or let me record this because it's about to be some shit. I know it. Even if you was speeding, you still gonna feel like it's gonna be some shit. Mm-hmm. You know, they're gonna try me. They're gonna make it extra. They're not gonna just give me a ticket and say bye.
Yeah.
You know, get out the car. Let me check your car. So for people to just ignore that and just every time you hear something, I side eye every case I hear. Not just his, but every case I hear, I side eye it. I be like, yeah, like the Jonathan guy who Megan Good's man.
Yeah.
And now they brought out the camera and then now they're saying, oh, they see it and they like he wasn't the aggressor. And I side-eyed that. I was like,
but you could kind of tell that too from her backtracking.
She was at the club. Lord, he was the one that called the police. You know, so what if he's proven guilty?
Let me drink to that.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's hard because you know it's a lot of people in jail guilty. Hey, Miss Retta, have you talked to Jackie? I lost access to the Gmail. Who's that? She's talking to you?
Who?
Miss Retta. Jackie?
Not Boo-Boo.
I don't know a Jackie.
I don't know a Jackie either.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't seem to fit him. He had too much and no indictment. Hell, his indictment don't mean nothing. He didn't even get indicted. They've been holding him for a year and 4 or 5 months with no indictment.
Girl, I'm trying to read these.
And when we go to court, they have no evidence. Oh, well, we just had it, we
Real
spoke
Talk
to her.
with Rita.
Yeah, who's that? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. What did they
So
ask
my bad.
about
I was
Rita?
talking to someone in the chat. I bet. Okay, she was talking to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
I
don't know who that is.
I did not
honey, 'cause
add
I
you,
haven't done
Looney
any
Tune,
other
Lonnie. Just go somewhere
shows.
else. Why you on here by? Oop, aren't you coming for Lonnie? Are you concerned that being identified and now speaking up makes videos hurting Shirley's feelings even more? Okay.
Ooh, let me fix that.
I tried to stay, in the dark or in the bushes, as they say. Period.
Whether she talk about it or not, everybody else talking about it. So her feelings gonna be hurt regardless. So you might as well speak on your own behalf.
The bloggers, because
but I'm saying you might as well speak on your own behalf because the bloggers are going to keep speaking about it anyway. Anyways, no matter what you do about it.
That's a good point. Listen.
So why not speak about it? Because it's your story to tell, not the blogger story to tell.
When the story came out in April of March of this year, and I believe it was leaked, or either the dumb attorney, when he put affidavit of Shirley Strawberry and filed it with the courts, it just, that's when it came out, right?
Yeah.
And everybody said, when they heard the court hearing, oh, girlfriend in Florida. I was like, oh. But then everybody said, oh, it's Erica, because Erica's had an address in Florida. And I was like, cool, let it ride, right? We know it's not Erica, let it ride, right? They talked a little bit about Erica. They saw her mugshot. They went in on Shirley. They kept calling her stupid. Like the bloggers were so mean in the comments. And that right there, I felt was worse than anything. They came on her like it was her fault, and they talked about her.
Which I will never understand.
I didn't get that. I was like, why are they talking so bad about the woman, the wife? And they was just going in on her.
She probably knew nothing.
Well, the one that they thought he was screwing, the picture was hideous. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna pick on Shirley now, right? Oh, your husband, da, 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 da. And they shouldn't have picked on her at all. They was wrong. Then in July it came out, it was Sonya, right? That's when I shut down all my social media. I told my family, get all my pictures off your page. I don't want my picture out here. They can have my first name, but I didn't want my last name or any of that. The next chick, 2 weeks ago, Mr. Private Eye or whatever, want to put out my mother's page, my brother's page, my sister's page, my record, all of this ish she trying to put out there to prove this is Sonya, because she talked to a brother. I have three brothers. He pulled out one. I never said his name. So you pulling out one, I didn't understand that dumbass shit. Right. Pulling out my sister that you think I should apologize to when you don't know what the hell is going on. She was dumb for that. Dumb for that. Pulling out my mother's page, that's not even my mother's real name. You was dumb for that. Talking about my daughter is named after my mother. She's not. My mother named her stage name, Sydney Ellis, after my daughter, because my mother didn't start professionally singing until after I had my daughter. Speak facts, because everything she said on that, she was 40% correct and wrong on all of that other stuff. Like she is every time she opened her mouth and want to say something about me, she be dead wrong. My mother's real name is not Sydney Ellis at all. She's got her original name, which we're not even gonna speak on, but her real name is not Sydney Ellis. She dumb for that. Dumb for that.
Right.
And she shouldn't even did all that extra shit. It's irrelevant. My family was pissed, of course, not at me, at her, which I'm sure she don't care because don't nobody know her ass. But you know what I'm saying? Like that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm being respectful. So just be respectful, because that's all how old I'm, because you look hella young. I am 55. I'll be 56 in September. I'm not harassing anyone. How about harassing me, cornball? Sonya, can you call him right now? We would love to hear his take on all of this. He has to call me. I can't call him. I could text him and tell him to call me now, but his lawyer told him to stay off the internet.
Stay off.
They told me, yeah, right, you type banging. Okay, right. These bloggers is gonna jump ship. The fact that Black people don't see what the legal system is doing. He could be in any of our family members. Right. That's what it is. Your friend is a good one too. Yeah, I'm saying. But talk about your interview with Tasha.
Girl, ask me some questions, because yeah.
Did she correctly like interpret what you wanted her to interpret?
Honey,
or
let's
did
talk
she
about
just
Tasha.
say,
Let's talk about Tasha.
right, because she called me a hoe.
So,
like, what the fuck is that
Miss
about?
Tasha, so the whole purpose of the interview was to shed light on the fact that my baby father is Carl Thomas, the singer.
With Bad
But
Boy?
yes, girl, but he is an extreme deadbeat. Not only to my daughter, but to all of his kids. And there's 3 of them that I know of. There's a 4th one that I did get wind of, which is another little girl. I have his only girl, as far as I know of. But there's another little girl that I heard about. So he's a deadbeat to all of his kids. When it first came out, when I first got pregnant, his baby mom sent me her whole child support judgment and was like, this man, she has a judgment against him. He still won't pay. So, but that's kind of on her, because then you have to,
So
go
did
that
she
extra mile to get your
disrespect
money.
you think, or was the interview? Did she do it? Because she tries to be
during the interview
nice, and then she
was very nice. She had been trying to get me to do this interview since I was pregnant. I reached out to her first, but after that, I didn't want to do the interview because he had agreed to do what he was supposed to do as a father. So I was like, okay, there's no point in doing the interview, because that was the whole point, is to get him to be a daddy. So once he heard I was doing the interview, he made promises to do what he's supposed to do as a father. The first 6 months of her life, he got everything, the stroller, clothes, diapers, wipes. As soon as COVID hit, he used that as an excuse to just stop doing everything, and hasn't done anything else since. So I'm telling Tasha, and we going back and forth. I'm sending her tape recordings. I'm sending her proof. I'm sending her child support papers. I'm sending her court papers, everything. So we finally
ammunition, because
mind you, when I meet this man, when I met this man, I had my own TV show on ABC and the CW at the same time. I was interviewing celebrities.
Tell them your resume.
I was doing everything. I create TV shows. I'm a writer. I'm a singer. All of that. So at the time when I met him,
right? Not just a baby.
I didn't need to be on. I didn't need to do none of that, because I was already doing what I need to do, because I was interviewing him. That's how we met. I was pregnant with my daughter at the time, and he's visibly flirting in the fucking interview. So wasn't nobody after this man, wasn't nobody trying to get him or nothing like that when we met. So I'm telling Tasha this, go through the whole interview, and then I tell her, at this point in time, about 7 months ago, I was homeless. When I first moved to Atlanta, I got here, did a sublease with a so-called friend, and the lease ended 3 months with me of me being in there, instead of the year that they told me was on the lease. So me and my kids ended up homeless. I went to a homeless shelter, transitional housing. They gave us our own little private room.
Because you didn't know nobody else here.
And I don't have any family here. I didn't know nobody else here. And I have 4 kids with me here. So what I'm gonna do? Spend the money that I do have. I had a few $1,000s saved. I'm gonna spend the money on a hotel and then have nothing else to fucking.
Because you was in between careers.
Exactly. I'm just getting here. So I had just got hired at the airport, but due to the process that it takes, I wasn't working yet. So
that happened to my daughter.
Yes. I was hired for 3 months at the airport.
6 years ago, when she first moved here, she was supposed to move in with a friend. And when she got here, the girl never answered the phone. She just
I'm telling you,
ghosted her.
When they say
my daughter's sitting in Atlanta, like, Mom, I got nowhere to stay.
Nothing to fuck with the scammers, the people you think you can trust.
Man,
you cannot trust these people.
I was like, wow.
And I'm like, this is somebody that I trusted.
Come back to Miami.
Somebody who has given me money before in fucked up situations.
Was a guy or girl?
It was a guy. So he was spending money, like, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody I knew. So I'm like, okay, why would he ever do that to me? Like, and then I know you got bread, so why would I ever think you was gonna scam me like that?
Shit.
So you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's neither here nor there. The whole point is I'm sharing this with Tasha, like, yeah, I had it's been a struggle since I got to Atlanta.
So you got vulnerable with her.
Exactly. Because she made me feel comfortable enough.
She don't give a fuck.
She made me feel comfortable enough, like she's on my side, right?
She don't give a fuck.
And then the first chance she get, I'm the most embarrassing Black woman that she's ever had on her show.
What was the title?
The first chance we get, right? So that's what I'm leading up to that. So I done shared all this with Tasha. She knows the chronological order of every motherfucking thing that happened. So when she get ready to post the shit, she posts Carl Thomas impregnates a homeless woman and abandons the child. Is that the story I just told you guys? Because when you think of someone picking up a homeless woman, what that title tells you, this man was riding around the streets of Atlanta or wherever the fuck he was. He seen a homeless woman, was like, "Oh, you come home with me." Get her pregnant and then fucking stop talking to her, because that's the narrative. That's the narrative that Tasha put on the motherfucking shit after telling me, "Oh, if you watch the interview on TashaK.com, you can see the full interview." When after I got done saying everything I said, she invited me to Miami to do a second interview. But when she posted it on YouTube, she cut that part out because she said in her rant on her Instagram page that I was the most embarrassing interview. I'm horrible and I represent Black women. And I'm an embarrassment and I should be ashamed of myself. But bitch, you just offered to fly me out to Miami to do a second interview, but I'm embarrassing?
No, she had to make
like, what the fuck are you talking about? You look stupid now that I called you out on Kendra G when I went on Kendra and I told the whole fucking world that you lied about the fucking clickbait, bitch. Clickbait, because the whole story,
make it juicy, right? For the money, wrong.
You know what I'm saying? But the story was already, there's nothing. The story was big enough.
On it, Sonya, be quiet, damn.
The story was big enough on its own because there has never been a woman associated with Carl Thomas. Mm-hmm. There's never been not one negative thing on the internet, period. This man's whole 20-30-year career.
Yeah, I never heard anything about him.
Nothing. So it would have been big enough. You didn't have to put clickbait like the man is going around picking up homeless women and getting them pregnant. And you know why I'm so upset about it? Because Tasha's slow as fuck. Because she act like she don't understand why I'm upset about it. Because if I'm trying to put him on blast, why would I be mad about whatever the fuck she got to say about him, right? No, bitch. It's because I'm actually trying to get a father to do the right thing. By you putting that false headline, now that causes friction between me and him. He now has another fucking reason to be like, "Oh, well, you falsely put this narrative out about me. So now this is the reason I'm going to use not to fuck with y'all."
Don't take a sip.
Like, you know, I already took enough sips because that's why I'm turned up. Like, that causes another problem, which Tasha is slow as fuck. She act like she don't understand that. And I've told her numerous times, I said on the interview, I don't hate this man. I don't have no animosity, no nothing against him, because when it was good and we was getting along, it was good. This is not the type of person I know him to be. So it has to be something traumatic going on for him to even change and just switch like a fucking light. But then now, when I think about it and all this shit coming out with Diddy has protected Carl Thomas's whole motherfucking career. Mm-hmm. And then when Jaguar Wright came out and was saying that he was fucking on Diddy, then everything fucking came full circle, because not one of you motherfuckers, the shade room with y'all bitch asses, all you motherfucking bloggers that I reached out to, Twan 360, I gave you all the fucking paperwork. You was asking me for this, that, and the third, and then you just shelved it. Like every other motherfucking blogger, because this nigga is protected. No one will say anything negative about him. Nobody was. What she said?
She said he had a reason because you went to Tasha.
It doesn't matter. I shouldn't have to go to Tasha to make you be a daddy. So that's your number one fucking thing. When I went to Tasha, I went for her to expose all factual shit. My court papers, the fact that he acknowledges her as his daughter, all of our tape recordings, him promising to meet us in Syracuse. I have the whole tape recording of him promising to meet us in Syracuse because he wanted his mother on Mother's Day to meet his daughter. I have the contract from his concert in Syracuse that he did not show up to. So it has nothing to do with no motherfucking Tasha K. The beef was already there. She's just making it worse by now putting this headline when we already have friction. When I'm trying to fix the situation. Like, what the fuck? I'm trying to fix the situation.
She says that you reached out to Tasha. It's amazing that you reached out to Tasha in the midst of what was going on. Like, right, can we go back to Nesto? Hold on real quick.
Exactly.
She was saying that, why was that your go-to when you were having issues?
Because all he gave a fuck about is his career. And the only way to get his attention is to go public with it.
So exposing him will work better than going to just child support.
I already went to child support. Y'all not listening.
He wasn't paying the child support?
He was not paying child support.
Okay, so that's why.
So we already have a child support order. That's number one. Okay. I already went to court. I mean, he took me to court. Let me back up, because I've never asked this man for a dime.
It's not It's not cool to keep getting pregnant by men that don't want children with you. That was the one child they had together. I think the point was take accountability for your actions. That's what she's trying to say. We can hear both of you talking at the same time. We can't hear. Okay.
No.
Please take over.
As far as accountability for my actions, this man watches me. This man watches me every day. I sent Tasha pictures of my motherfucking story every motherfucking day. I'm a very controversial person. I talk about abortion and how I'm against it. So if you fucking on me and you follow my social media, you know my views. This is a conversation. I've known this man for 6-7 years before we even had sex.
Hold on. The girl said, here you go, side chicks united. So,
I was never a side chick.
Right,
the man has been single his whole career.
So she's not a side chick.
So I'm not a side chick.
She's not a side chick.
I'm someone he pursued. The phone calls are online.
She was the main when they got together and had the baby.
And well, number one, we never even dated like that. We were just friends. He called me because I didn't come to his concert and he was upset. So if you want to know the real, we never had no relationship or nothing. We was friends for 11 years.
Okay. So
for 11 years. When I was about 7 years in is when we had sex.
Okay. I get it now. You just said you don't believe in abortion. So
exactly.
Messing around.
So if you knew me for that amount of time, 7 years prior, and you're following me on social media, you know my views.
You don't care.
You know everything.
Okay, we're gonna hold real quick. Answer the little responses because that's basically Sonya.
Sonya getting me drunk.
I'm sorry, she just went there.
Sonya getting me drunk and I'm turned. Well, Sonya asked me to talk about it for coming in here late.
Right.
She asked me to talk about it. So yeah, of course I'm venting because this is the very first interview ever done or even talked about it after my Tasha K interview months ago. So I'm finally getting a chance to answer and speak on all the things that people have been saying and been asking.
Back in the building. Okay, so keep her on hold forever. Okay, they want you to hold on. Does Carl Thomas have money? You can have money and not pay child support.
Carl Thomas makes $16,000 a show. I have the contract.
He does have money. Side chicks unite. We're not side chicks. She was fucking a friend.
I was fucking a single man.
And
he was never married.
Me and him are just friends. And when he come out of his court case, I'll speak more on it. But right now, while he's in his court case, I can't really speak on certain things because, hey, Doc. Okay, so I can't speak on certain things because we can't hurt his court case. So let that pause.
Yes, y'all.
Because, like I said, his court case.
And y'all gotta be smarter and stop asking incriminating shit.
Yeah, I can't.
Come on now. Be smarter.
Stupid. Hey.
Stop asking incriminating shit.
So
you know
look,
she's not gonna answer.
Right. So I talk to Nesto every day, 2 or 3 times a day. But we text now more than anything because every time we talk, they play it, and then the vloggers. I'll say, I'm going to the store. I'll call you tomorrow, and they'll say, "Oh, you hear that? She said she's about to go pick up some drugs, and she's about to go drop it off tomorrow." And I'd be like, what the fuck? I did not say that. What the fuck is that
telephone game.
So, so it's like, why would you even say that? Like, this man is in jail going through court. You can't be sitting here twisting shit because you're fucking with his freedom.
Y'all just making it a joke. Like,
like, I haven't broken the law in over 25 years. Like, let me talk about my criminal history for y'all, okay? Because I was a badass in my 20s. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm a little blurry. Hold on, let me get that. She sounded blurry. Sorry.
Oh, I could have grabbed it for you.
My Yvette.
But yes, y'all want to see the proof and everything? Go on my page, Latoya Chantel. It's a video of him threatening me, him actually physically assaulting me.
Is that better, Yvette?
Oh, girl, she was right because it's so much clearer.
It's clear.
Yes.
Okay, anyway, so right. So yeah, in my 20s, Sonya, you don't recall when you said on the phone call that y'all had sex on the second date, but you wanted the first date and you liked the toys. I recall everything I said, but we still didn't have sex. Read between the lines. Profanity must be a big girl primary language. Yeah, we want Dre and Dion on the line. Okay, hold on. Stop. Oh, sorry. They don't know you. That's a popular name. Love Life, Lace Fronts, and Grown Women are on your ass. They stay on my ass because I guess I got fans. I don't want to say they're fans because you can't talk that much so badly about a person so constantly. Yvette. and be a, not be a fan. And I'm saying that to get under their skin.
And that's facts.
That's all. I mean, But anyway,
they gonna keep
stop asking
they thirsty.
me, and they really want to know if I fucked him.
Listen
to the phone calls. If you listen
Who
to
is
the
that
phone
person?
calls,
Because they thirsty as fuck.
I don't know. That's here you go. I don't know.
Here you go. Go to my page. Go to my page.
Listen.
Get some insight.
If you listen to the phone conversations and you hear me talking about toys and sex or whatever, I don't remember. I didn't really listen to the stuff. That was last September was those phone calls, and we're talking about November of 2020.
Yeah, they taking.
We're talking about 3 years ago.
They're taking it back.
2020. Okay, 2020. And again, he's just a friend, and whatever happened in 2020. Per phone calls, just believe the phone calls. Quit asking me to confirm and what y'all feel like I did. Believe what I said on the phone calls, okay? Go with that. Go with the phone calls. If the phone calls said we fucking and sucking, go with the phone calls. That's all I'm gonna say. Just go with the phone calls. Y'all know how to listen to phone calls. Don't try to twist it and make it something different. Just listen to every word. I'm dumb, so it should be easy for y'all to understand what a dumb person is saying.
And if you already said it, why do they need you to repeat
They want me to confirm it, apparently.
Why do you need to rewind the video?
Yeah, said he's Team Shirley. As he should be Team Shirley. That's his wife. His whole family should be Team Shirley. That's Toya.
Hey.
So yeah, he should be. That's his wife. Why wouldn't he? Listen, people. They keep trying to put this narrative out there. I don't want to be his woman. I don't want to be his wife. Number 6. I'm just his friend. And if they played all the phone conversations, you would hear me say that I don't want anything but your freedom. I'm not doing this so that you be with me when it's all over. I don't want him to leave his wife. I felt bad when I had to tell him about the interview. And I knew he tries to act one way, but I know he was hurt about that. He loves his wife. And then when y'all dig up, when those bloggers digging up, oh, they didn't even file the marriage license. They're not even really married. I'm still blurry. She said, fix something. Down.
Maybe that's just her phone.
This is ghetto, but hey.
I don't know. Because we look clear on our end.
You better put your glasses on.
We look clear.
That's the best I could get. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, it's my best friend. So anyway,
hey, best friend.
My best friend.
When's she coming out? When is you coming out?
Since 7th grade. It's my best friend. Sister. Hey, girl, you still blurry. Fix something. It's not the screen. Maybe you need glasses. Anyway, okay. So no, you happy? You was happy, girl. Your stream is clear. Thank you. It's you fact need to put her glasses on. She my age. She need to put her glasses on. Anyway, let's be clear. I don't want him. I want him to be happy. He wants to stay with his wife. And I hope it's not so damaged that he can't make it work with his wife.
The best thing for him to do is stay with his wife.
They've been together 10 years. They got an anniversary coming up on his birthday.
Right.
I want him to stay with his wife because I feel like that's happiness for him. Period. Now, how we met and what transpired before, situations was found out. I can't talk about it until his court date is over. And I could spill it all, but I can't really say certain things because I already know the prosecutor is trying to use everything to destroy his character to make him look a certain way in court. So I had to protect his character. And I got to take the heat for a lot of shit and not say things because of the court case. Once he's finished with the court case, it's on and popping. And my mouth is big. Like you hear how I used to talk, and I stopped cussing because I hurt myself, and I was like, "Ooh, do I sound like that?" Like I cuss a lot.
Look, I need some help on that.
I cuss a lot, and people were enough to be said. This is okay. Is Nesto calling? Nesto can't talk. He can't talk. I could. Let me see if I can give him a call. Hello. He can't talk though. He can say hi. But
hello, everyone.
He can't really talk. Oh, shit.
They said, will you be in a witness stand if it goes to trial?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, so let me text him to call me now. Oops. All right.
Must be a lot of negative messages because they holding a few.
Oh, I should let those ride. I'm sorry. Nesto proposed while on the cell phone. Shirley should have known better. Anything you say will be used against you. You already know. Did Nesto get into trouble for providing an interview with? No, he didn't, because he didn't say anything. She triggered him. She did trigger him when she should have never asked him about his wife. And that was a trigger for him because of everything that transpired since he's been in jail. The fact that she wants to, file for divorce. The fact that everything that she's going through, and she and him had a phone conversation that he told me about that was really like she was really distraught and destroyed by some things that came out, and she was really taking it bad, and that was some stuff that the bloggers recklessly said and did, and like it was just like, I get you want but don't stop coming for the wife, no matter how dumb you think or whatever you want to say about the person. She's already hurt behind the situation. But when you coming for her and calling her stupid and dumb and desperate and all of that stuff they kept saying about her and all of that was mean. Like, that's like salt on a bullet wound.
Yeah.
So soon you're going to get your subpoena, girl. Okay, thank you. I look forward to it. I like to give, she be just not, I'll give a like and I'm out. She not, whatever. I can't really. Realtalk, have you contact? No, I don't talk to her. What asking me, do I talk to his wife? Why would she Shirley and everyone else is able to see and hear these calls so she can break free. Everybody needs a friend like you, Sonya. Thank you, because I'm trying to be a friend. I'm not trying to do anything. How is Nesto really doing? He's fucked up for the most part. I mean, he's sitting in a cell and they're not letting him out. You're almost 60 years old in jail and then you didn't see this coming. So it wasn't like he was, doing stuff that he knew he could possibly go to jail for. It's one thing when you out here breaking laws and you might go to jail. And it's one thing when you're not doing shit and then you get pulled up on and arrested. Nesto does need money because the lawyer that Shirley paid for didn't do anything. He took the money and he literally ran. And it's like, we really believe that his lawyer is working for the state because that's how bad he is helping his situation. Right. And he's steady asking for more money. And the contract says until he goes to trial, he's not owed anything. And this man sat there and tried to go to his friend and his son for $20,000 extra.
Oh, wow.
And we're not even indicted. He's not even indicted yet. So how can you go to trial when you're not even indicted and you're asking for $20,000 more and you haven't even done anything? You go see him and then you lie about, oh, I'm about to go file this motion for you and and you haven't done it. And that was in June. This man hasn't filed anything. He hasn't filed anything. Nesto asked him to push for an indictment or release because of the time frame. He's been sitting in jail. That man has not even done that. He can file for an indictment or release. Where is you and Nesto's baby? Oh, I go pick the baby up at 8:00. Why would you get a lawyer twice the amount? I can see that. Damn, Shirley just signed a deal. Had Nesto have been sneaking around with Sonya. He told me when it comes to the money, he's never taken a dime from her. Her money goes, what she gets, she spends on herself and her daughter. He said he's never taken a dime from her throughout the whole relationship. So he is not with her for the money. And he's happy for her success. And anything that happens for her, that's great. He's happy for that. He's not a hater. And he's not out after her pockets. So that's not nice to say that. Have you spoken to Erica? I don't even know Erica.
Yeah.
At all. I don't know nobody in Atlanta but her and one other person. I don't know nobody here. Yeah. Shirley paid that money. Yeah, let's hear from Nesto. I love her. I love you too. I don't believe he didn't use her for money. Why not? Why don't you believe that? Is she not a nice person? Is she not beautiful? So why would that's an insult to her to say that he only used her for money? You can't be with somebody that long and 10 years and something not be genuine.
Shout out to Bravo. Shout out to Zooks Network because we need our own show.
Was Nesto lying when he Shirley paid for the attorney? Shirley did pay for the attorney, though. She did pay for that. And you know why? Because Roswell police took everything that he had that he could have liquidated and made into money. They took everything. So they locked everything and they took everything. So they couldn't. Here's my brother. What's up, Quentin? I'm on live.
The tea is popping hot. Like when this case is over, that's when the real tea is gonna come.
Right. See, everything is
Can't
like,
speak on
can't
much.
speak on everything.
Can't speak on much.
But his they took everything. He can't liquidate anything. Okay, Sonya, it goes too fast. I gotta start at the bottom. Why you recording this? Of course, create your channel to post them. You know why? I was trying to make sure all the calls got out there and not just some of them. You need to block them as okay. You moved to Atlanta for a man. Okay, so I moved to Atlanta because he caught this case and I had to be local. I didn't move for any other reason because I was going to Vegas because I got one foot in Vegas now. So who bought Shirley's ring? I don't know nothing about Shirley's ring. You moved to Atlanta for a man. Bloggers are reporting. Oh, that's fine. Oh, it's going too fast. So, okay, they say that you're about more tea with Shirley on it.
About that ponytail, where did you get it?
Okay, so look, I do my own hair. And this ponytail was only $12 because I only keep ponytails in my hair for like 3 days. And then I washed it and I'll put it down. But I wore my hair down last week, didn't I?
Yeah,
I just don't.
She got inches down.
It's just easier.
And it ain't stiff.
Yeah,
her hair was nice and flowy.
It's just easy to walk out the house and not have to worry about your hair.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
You've been grown for 40 years grown.
Beautiful hair.
That's a lot. That's a long time trying to do hair. So at this point, I'm just on break. I need to be local. Because I go see him every week and jail visit. That's why. Mm-hmm. It's cute. Thank you, boo. Yeah, I visit him every week at the jails. He gets one visit a week, and I do go see him every week and have conversations with him. Can you please let Nesto that you're recording him, please? Nesto knows everything. I've been recording him since November, and he's known that because we didn't want the prosecutor to pull certain calls and say things like he'd been saying before, like he lied and said that
whatever narrative. Yeah,
he said that Nesto was going to flee to Dubai. It was on a phone call. It was never on a phone call. Then he said he was going to flee and move to Florida with the girlfriend. Was never on a phone call. So after he said that, we started reporting all the phone calls so that we could have a log of all the phone calls.
Let them know, sis.
For court to make sure that the prosecutor didn't go in there lying about phone calls like he did when he was in court.
Exactly.
And that's why. Dion and Dre, no. I stopped talking to them because every time he reached out for help, nothing came of it. So, you know. But Dion had a birthday 2 days ago. So everybody say happy birthday to Dion.
Happy birthday, Dion.
Yeah, Dion had a birthday. And then he had a bad car accident too, which is sad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He spun out on 75 and totaled his car. So that was bad. But he's okay. He didn't get hurt.
That's a blessing.
You have very low self-esteem, girl. Actually, I don't.
Actually, it's extremely high.
My self-esteem and my confidence is great.
Only when people low self-esteem say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Only people with low self-esteem.
Just because I'm helping somebody that's going like this is what's crazy. So he's in a fucked up predicament. I'm supposed to just bounce and say, fuck you, good luck, call me when it's done. That's fucked up. And I was in the hospital for 30 days and I almost died. And I was 4 blood transfusions, 2 major surgeries, ICU, all of that. That man called me every day. What are the doctors saying? Do you need me to come down there? What's going on? Right? But now look at negative people talk. It's whatever.
Heck yeah. The more negative things y'all say, the better.
I'm not going to turn around and leave him for dead because he's going through something traumatic. Him being married or single, that's irrelevant right now. I'm thinking about his freedom. I don't care about, you know, he's married and I don't give a shit. I care about his freedom. That's all I care about. So Dre back out on Nesto. He knew he was about to use him up. Dre is laughing at him because he messed up his marriage. Oh, because of them phone calls they was having. It's whatever. Yeah, if he's married, right? Because they say he's not even married. So why did Shirley and Nesto have all of them evictions plus garnishment? So I mentioned that to him because I don't know nothing about their life. We never talked about it. And he said she was living like that when he met her.
And we're seeing that.
And that's on the phone call.
How could y'all continue to think that he's using her for her money?
That's on the phone call.
And they have several evictions. Like that makes no sense.
So if they release that call, y'all gonna hear that. But
that makes absolutely no sense.
He said them people was like that when I met them.
Right.
That they're so you can make money, but you have to learn how to manage money.
Manage it, yeah.
If you can't manage money, it doesn't matter what you make. People that make $1 million, if they're spending $1.2 million, it's like they broke. So you got to learn how to manage the money you make. So
that part.
No matter how rich a person is, if they don't know how to manage their money, it doesn't make, they're going to be rolling like the poor people. Is Eric King the real side chick? I don't know what their relationship was. I never asked him, and he's been in jail, so I can't ask him on the phone about that because that's a co-defendant. Yeah. So I don't know anything about Erica. I only know what I read on the warrants because when he was free, I never talked to him about his life unless whatever he wanted to talk about. I never pried into that because, again, we were just friends. I wasn't trying to boo him or be with him, so I didn't ask certain questions. As long as he wasn't breaking the law, that's all that mattered to me. Because when you're a felon, you can't get caught up in people's shit. Hopefully, no one's listening. Any type of mistake with their old age, right? It ain't what you make, it's what you spend. Right? It's what you spend. Do you think Erica has set him up? Some of your friends keep talking over you. Crazy part is Shirley has a job. What do you do for employment? I have investments, actually, and I make good money. And I don't go to work. I don't have a 9 to 5, but I do have a very nice apartment, don't I? Thanks. I have a very nice apartment. I have a house in Cleveland. And I have other things that I don't talk about over the phone. Like, we only talk about him and what's going on. We have this much of a conversation window. So I'm feeling good. I can't complain. I whatever car I want, I drive. And wherever I want to live, I actually live. So I live in a nice location. You block them. Mind your business, bitches.
Don't block them. Let them talk as much shit as they want to talk.
No, they always say, all right, I block. So let them have their freedom.
And if I jump in and fucking interject, oh motherfucking well.
Money from all these women.
Motherfuckers.
So about him getting money from all those women, he never got a dime from me. And the number one key is, unless it is business and you can deal with the wife, you have to be careful dealing with a married man. Because when we met, we were supposed to do business together. And I've had situations in the past where me and the wife kind of like, I had to be able to deal with the wife in order. Man, your bitches, we don't pay niggas.
Exactly.
Not even that.
Fuck y'all thought. What y'all thought? You talking about
right? Like I never gave him
the wrong group,
but
here.
I never asked him.
Wrong group here.
I never asked him for money either. I never asked him for a dime. We never had money exchanges ever. That I don't. I would never ask a married man to give me money. That's on top of all the other stuff. That's low. Like no, but no, we never had financial exchange, and we were gonna do business together, but ended up not because where he was at and the space that I did want. They had too many restrictions. They didn't want a liquor license. I was going to do something like a sort of like a sex theme type of spot. And they were very conservative and they didn't want that. So that ended up not happening. But we were going to do an RV park together. And, and that's still in the works.
That is a fantastic
Just keep jumping in.
By the way,
do you think if y'all done business together that he would have scammed you? No. Couldn't have scammed me. What about the $1 million bankruptcies? Whose? Mine? Or I don't know about him having a bankruptcy, but I filed bankruptcy because
not me.
Right. I filed bankruptcy because I had $650,000. We don't pay niggas. Shut up, Yvette. I had $650,000 worth of medical bills, and I have this other situation that's in Ohio that's had me tied to it for 15 years. And my lawyer told me the only way I can free myself out of it is to file bankruptcy. So it was not a matter of she don't pay her bills. It was a $650,000 medical bill that I was not going to pay because they screwed me in the hospital. And I was only supposed to be there for 3 days. And they had me there for 30. So, and then I already had this other situation that was sitting on the side for 15 years. And they told me the only way I could get out of it was to file bankruptcy. So bankruptcy is a rich person situation because it was invented by rich white men so they can not be financially responsible for their debt and they can get it discharged. So when you try to frown upon bankruptcy, that's $1 million that I didn't have to spend unnecessarily. So thumbs up for bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? Just like welfare was invented for white people, but when they started seeing all these black people getting on it, they tried to make it sound like something bad.
Still to today, there's more white people on welfare.
There's more white people
food stamps
on
than black people. Look it up, people.
So y'all have to understand certain things.
They go to a whole separate office in some cases.
Certain things out here that y'all try to frown upon was created by white people for white people. And when a certain amount of us get on it or use it, they try to discourage us by making it look like a negative situation.
Crazy. They getting all kind of checks.
So bankruptcy, and you can add 50 cents.
All that.
Plenty of, like, Donald Trump filed 3 times. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
a white person quick to label their kid because they're gonna get that money. A black person, the only motherfucker that got a problem with it.
So do you have good credit now and credit cards? Yes, I have 3 credit cards. And my score wouldn't go up because of that situation I had with this one piece of property that I was like stuck to. And so, so my credit score would never go past 700. It would never go past because of this situation. I was sitting on my credit for 15 years. So once I did that, my credit score jumped. So right now, I have a 770 credit score. How do you feel about Nesto honoring his marriage?
It's going to.
How do you feel he honored his? I can't speak on their marriage because, listen, I don't know what type of marriage they had. I never had a marriage conversation with him. It could have been traditional. It could have been one of those, like, you know, you do you, I do me. It could have been anything. Like, I don't know. Marriage is crazy nowadays. And y'all got to get out of the mindset that it's this way only. If 2 men can get married and 2 women can get married, marriage is what you make it.
And then y'all got to pay attention to the wife's response.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention. Like, if she not pressed, why is y'all so pressed?
Yeah,
because obviously her reaction was not a surprise reaction.
She didn't go in when she was.
She didn't go in. She didn't cuss him out. She didn't.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I can't speak. We can hear both ladies talking. Okay, so one at a time. I got you, boo. Off topic. Able to advocate yourself. You were hospitalized. Were you able to advocate for yourself when you were hospitalized? No. I mean, you know what happened? What is your business specialty? Oh, okay. So my schooling is paralegal. I went to school to be a paralegal. My background is construction because my dad owned a construction company. And so I used to flip houses, and then I used to manage his property when I was in my teens. So, and then the last 16 years, I managed strip clubs. So, and I do books for strip clubs, and I do business management for strip clubs as well. And I go into strip clubs and I turn them around. So my base is paralegal. I went to school for that. I only worked as a paralegal for maybe 12 years. I did a lot of construction. I love flipping houses. I love, you know, because that was what I was raised doing. And, you know, I like the strip club business. I mean, I did that for the 16 years. I did King of Diamonds here in Atlanta. I did Queen of Diamonds in Miami. I did a lot of clubs in Miami. And I used to not want to do strip clubs, but when I moved to Miami, I used to be a bartender. When I moved to Miami, the guy was like, that's all we have down here. So I was like, that was my only option. And so I ended up working for Diamonds Cabaret, which Pops hired me. I love it. Don't give it to him. Oh, thanks, Yvette. Yvette's my. Right.
She on point, boy.
Too much. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm reading a question, Yvette, and then, you know, so I'm all over the place.
I know. That's why they keep making these comments about overlapping, but they asking questions.
Try to, you know, do it or whatever. But anyway, Pops hired me in Miami. Pops is Trick Daddy's father. And he's the one with Lenny who created the original King of Diamonds in Miami. Oh, okay, sorry. Be nice, Yvette. I love Yvette. That's my bestie. She's so crazy. Anyway. Right. So yeah, so I worked in the strip club business in Miami and did a little law work in Miami, but mostly I worked with strip clubs. And I actually, you know, that's why I get along, or I love females to really get along, because I worked with a lot of females, and a lot of them are troubled. Some of them are not. Some of them go. Anyway, I'll text him. What's the update on Nesto and his course stuff? So we're trying to push for, they're supposed to be trying to do him by the end of this quarter, they said, but they've been saying shit and we don't believe it. And then his lawyer came to visit him the other day and said, that they're going to try to do something with these phone calls on YouTube because it's an open case and they shouldn't be giving the phone calls during an open case because it's hurting the case. And we have to move the case out of Fulton County because of the publicity that he's getting. They don't feel like he's going to have a fair trial. And so I think, and that's one reason why I wanted to put light on just mainly the case. Like, people get the warrants, because you can get the warrants. I walked in, I got the warrants, and you can read the warrants, and they don't make sense. None of it makes sense. When we went to court for the teacher who said she wired him all of this money, you know, and they were dating or whatever, we only get one side of the story. They never interviewed him. They never asked him what was going on with that. They never asked, you know, the dynamics of the situation. They just charged him. Exactly. Which was odd. You don't just charge a person off of one person's side of a story. You need to, you know, do the investigation, see what it is, and then go from there. But the way they was doing it, again, you gotta go on YouTube and look at Roswell. If you type in Roswell Police Department, it's a lot of videos, and it's not a good look. And then when you go on their page under their reviews, and it's white and black people that are going in on Roswell Police. So if you're dealing with a police department that's very questionable, and then the tactics and how they went about everything, and how they never gave him a bond even when he first got arrested, and it was just a death by deception, and that's bondable, and they kept holding him in jail. It's just, and that's what the first attorney said, it's some shit with this case. They said somebody's mad at him. Tell him you got a club finna open in Vegas and you finna move, nosy. Who said that? Mm-hmm. They're trying. Okay, before stand as a witness. Okay, hold on. Try not to say we. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I got you, boo. Georgia, I've different than the other states. So what? Yeah, every state is different when it comes to law. Federal across the board is one way, but states are different. And Georgia, if you don't live in Georgia, because this is just crazy. Don't live in Georgia. Atlanta got a lot of crime. The cost of living is high. They still paying their waitresses $2 an hour, and rent is $3,000 a month. That's how much I pay for this, $3,000 a month. And it's only a 1-bedroom, but it's just me and sometimes the baby. But it's expensive to live here. And the thing of it is, it's the same rent as Miami, but Miami, they pay $9 an hour to tip-based workers. So you're paying $9 in Miami, but you're only paying $2 here. That's crazy because Georgia never fixed the income to meet what's going on. So you have shown. Yeah, I go to his court cases, but I didn't go to the last one because I knew infamous Sylvia was going to be there. She was there with the camera. She means don't commit crimes in Georgia. No. Because again, like I said, innocent people go to jail. So you can sit there and say don't commit crimes. Don't commit crimes nowhere because you don't want to go to. Let me tell you, from a person who used to commit crimes, a criminal record will follow you for the rest of your life. Not like bad credit. Bad credit, you can bounce back from bad credit. And I say this to young people because I used to go to schools back in the 90s and talk to children and try to tell children not to break the law. And I would teach like certain little laws to keep people out of jail because I kept seeing so many young people going to jail working in a law firm. And it was lack of knowledge because a lot of things people just don't know, and it's against the law. And they want you to be ignorant to the law so that they can arrest you and get you caught up because once you get that record, you don't qualify for certain housing and you don't qualify for jobs. And that's why they give the white people breaks in court and they give us the number because they don't want us to qualify for shit. They want the white people to qualify for everything. Don't let the background singer take you to her private room. Natalie Womack. Do you know her?
Natalie Womack?
Okay. Live, laugh, and love. What did you expect to get out of this situation? I'm only here for his freedom. I'm not that type of person. Wait. What are you paying $3,000 a month for 1 bedroom? Yes, I have lived there 30 years and I've never heard of that. That is expensive.
Because y'all don't live where she lived, trust me.
Yeah.
You don't live where she
right, and that's true. You can pick where you want to live, but I'm lazy, so I wanted to live in a place where everything was there. So all I do is walk downstairs and I'm in the middle of everything. So where I'm at is a tourist area. And
but even I paid $2,000 for rent. I have a 3-bedroom. I have a 3-bedroom.
I got a 1
It's a little more reasonable, but that's still a lot.
It's a lot,
and it's a nice apartment complex, but it's not even a house. So
that's why I'm getting an RV after this. I'm moving into an RV.
Girl, I love RVs.
I'm
People be sleeping in RVs. They're so
okay,
nice.
what happened to the interview? You said, okay, so my niece is trying to upload that now. I've been she keeps talking about it won't airdrop, but if she doesn't get it up, me and her gonna try to do that. So now let me tell my niece, where did you load it? Video. Yeah, she was supposed to load it. So, and I told her, okay, we didn't ask her. Oops, I'm coming. Who is Doc? If he's found guilty, what comes of you next? Will you remain in Georgia or move to Nevada? I got to go to Nevada because we're supposed to be opening up a club that we're trying to close on for Super Bowl. Is Shirley still supporting Nesto as a wife? They don't talk. Sonya is moral support. I'm confident you will be done fine solo. Friend is thirsty as hell to be heard. Oh, they talking about you, girl. Have you?
That's why I'm on the live, bitch. That's why I'm on the live. Duh. Fuck you mean?
She's here for moral support because
fuck you mean?
One, everybody's been ganging up on me for the longest, and I was like, I can't do it.
You have been watching. She asked me every question
but
that I answered.
When you read the comments that I be getting, and a lot of them I don't post, and they be like, "Why don't you post my thing?" But when you call me a name, I'm not gonna post that because when one person sees that, they're gonna know the narrative is to keep calling me names, and so I don't want the narrative to be calling me names. You can voice your opinion, disagree, agree, whatever. I'm okay with that. I don't want people to think like I think, like the one girl said. I want everybody to think, differently how they feel, because everybody does think things differently. But I'm just like, just in case somebody want to, what I'm saying. So pop off from there. Okay.
And just to clear shit
up.
So
what if he gets out? What is y'all plans? The F
after
word
this question, I'm clear some
on your
shit
co-host. Yeah, stop saying the F word. Fuck.
Oh, girl. Look, I ain't worked on myself like you did yet.
Please give an update on his moral support and if they're still speaking. So he's cool with everybody. He hasn't fell out with anybody. He is every day is different. He just recently hurt his foot. They've been giving him medication. Both of his kidneys are bad. He's gonna need dialysis soon. Because in jail, whatever. They changed his medication. He's been on blood pressure medication since he was in his 20s. When he went to jail, they changed his medication. And that's why when we went to court the last time, it was a problem. Or when he went to court, when his lawyer, who I said, you silly. Stop it, Yvette. When he went to court, the lawyer was supposed to come see him. I sent her a message saying that he's ill. The nurse told him, it's a miracle that you're still walking around. He's gravely sick, right? On top of everything else. I sent a message to the lawyer, the court-appointed lawyer, who's handling the rape and the criminal child pornography cases. Go see him. He's got serious medical conditions. She never went to go see him. So when they went to court, which infamous Sylvia posted that court hearing, and you hear her in court saying, he's sick. And then the judge says, well, he should have thought about that before he started breaking all these laws. That was an F up and that was a bad luck because one, if she had went like I asked her to a month earlier to go see him, he's seriously ill, she would have known what his illness was to speak on it in court, because saying he's sick, he could have a cold, he could have gout, he could what I'm saying? It's a various amount of things a person going on near 60 could have. It's his kidneys. So both of his kidneys are damaged due to them changing his medication. Medication has side effects. And they've been giving him the wrong medication in jail. Now his kidneys are both bad. Both of them, not one, but two. And the lawyer couldn't even speak to that in court because she never even went to go see him, went to get his medical record to properly represent him in court.
Does he have a paid lawyer or a public defender?
He's got both, but they both act the same. I think it's because God don't like ugly. Yes, whatever. He didn't mention that. Those situations are health is serious F. They are. Yep. But, you know, lawyers don't give a F. What is he eating? He's eating some of the trash. I want to hear from Sonya. Is she talking over Sonya every word, making it hard to hear her? Damn, he's spurring a lawyer for his wife that you recommend. Now that he's stuck with a cow. What is it? Okay, isn't being represented the way he probably should when she was paying. Do you take any culpability for your role in dealing with a married man? Yes. You're not paying $3,000 for one bedroom. I'm a realtor in Atlanta.
Must be smoking
girl,
because I've been sitting
whatever
here very
realtor.
Quietly for the most.
You want to see my bills? You want to see my bills?
Y'all right. Smoking on some crack.
Depends on where you live, girl. For real, Miss Realtor. I know what I pay. Let's hear from Nesto. Nesto can't talk. I text him to call me, so maybe he will call me. But only thing he could say is hi. He's not allowed to talk.
We're on live, y'all.
Skip over my comment. They come and they go. So
I'm not here to sit quietly on the side either, y'all. Just so you know, I'm not here to sit quietly.
Okay, so Love Nona Creations. What's your comment, honey? I didn't see it. Sonya, if you want to support Nesto, fine, but why come on Autoplans to talk about it? You're just a friend. Leave it alone. And why are you explaining it?
The same reason why you watching.
Could Shirley.
Same reason you watching.
Hold on, it's the baby mama.
Because she can.
Hello. That's cool. All right. I forgot she dropped my baby off at 8 o'clock.
Well, you're interrupting her. I'm not on live to sit quietly. I'm on live to talk, honey. Honeys.
Be nice. Hunties. Be nice. Be nice.
Hunties.
So you move close to move.
Yeah, she got to tell me to be nice.
It's Big Mouth Mary. What's up, Mozzie? What you need, babe? We're watching for Sonya. Who is this woman in yellow?
Someone who was invited to be here.
Yellow shirt, start a channel so you can live your life.
I already have one. Go to it. Latoya Chantel Boo.
That's what just friends.
What you say, Chantel Boo? I already have one. But thanks.
Try and call him and then call me back on this phone. Who's baby? I love it. Okay.
Sonya asked me to do a live to discuss my situation.
You paid $3,000 for a one bedroom in Georgia. Not sure. Why y'all be taking stuff from me? Okay, so I am paying it. If you want to see my thing on what I pay for rent, my stuff.
Why do I feel like you got a cap about that?
Use a mirror, not the camera. I'm trying to read it, girl. I can't see. I think you need to talk to Infamous City, but she doesn't like how obsessed we've been. Okay. I think Yellow Dress don't need to be on here anymore. Sis in the Yellow should pin her channel name. She did. Can Nesto be on the internet?
We didn't pin it,
no,
but we did put it in the description.
That lady ain't helping you with your likability on these YouTube streets. Yellow, are you a friend of Nesto as well? She doesn't know Nesto.
No, she
Buckhead is expensive.
Tell them why I'm here because I didn't just show up here.
I love Yellow shirt.
Tell them why I'm here because I was asked to be here to discuss my interview.
Why? Okay,
hunties.
Y'all be arguing.
Since y'all so smart,
tell her to go live on her channel. Facts. Yellow shirt trying to studio shine. We definitely don't. Hold on, it goes so fast. Okay, can you understand why we don't believe you and that's why we're just friends? We are just friends. And I don't know. Like I said,
how many times are you gonna ask that question?
No, I mean I get it because a lot of people like. Let me tell you, I have a lot of male friends. Because females. And this is not a conceited thing, but females don't really like to be like, unless you kind of meet them in a certain situation, they usually treat other females that look nice or better than them or whatever a certain way, you know. And this is not a conceited thing. This is just what I've experienced. Men, I know I can't slow down my messages. Get off the phone, you bet.
It is a way to slow it down. I just don't know how to do it.
Okay, so anyway, look. Can you slow down messages? Because we is cute. You is stupid. So anyway. So I always had male friends. And I got one other male friend that's been my friend for 20 years. And he's married. And I actually met his wife. And let me tell you, when we went out to dinner, we did a double date. Me, him, and his wife, and a friend of mine, this fireman. She said yes. But I'm still at work. She said she downloaded. She said it should be up, the other video for the shooting. And And let me tell you what happened. After we went to eat, you know, and I said very little because, you know, y'all hate the way I sound and I over talk and I talk too much. After we went out to eat and you know, they got drunk or whatever. I don't really drink. He called me and was like, she called you a bitch. And I was like, see, that's why I don't do females. Like, why did she call me a bitch? I didn't say it. I talked to my date. I made sure I barely talked to my friend. You get me? Because I already understand how that shit go. So I barely spoke to him. I spoke mainly to my date who I was with, who was a fireman, who was a nice looking dude, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was better looking than her husband, like, you know what I'm saying? But she still was like, and she was, you know, big and, you know, overweight or whatever. But that's like, but he would like, that's her husband. He loved her. He ain't going nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she couldn't have confidence in that, where she want to call me out my name. And I'm just sitting here like, that's fucked up. So y'all looking at it as how we look, we can't just be friends. You could be a nice looking person and not, you know, and just be a regular friend. I've got male friends that I'm so cool with, and I'm like nothing, just like a brother, like a brother to me. So we are just friends. I want him to hopefully save his marriage. Honestly, I just want him to be free. It's a bunch of big girls on here. I'm sure they're gonna be mad. Guys like big girls.
Look, I ain't skinny by far, honey.
A couple guys, when I tried to hit, I went to this club and I tried to hit on this guy, and he told me I was too little. Hurt my little feelings. But everybody got a preference. Not everybody like not everybody like dark, not everybody like short, not everybody like tall, not everybody like skinny. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got a preference, and that's what it is, you know. So I think it's because you stated in one of the phone calls that you slept with him on the second date. Go with that. It's not about looks. It's about having sexual intercourse, then claiming to be friends. You can fuck somebody and be their friend. I'm sorry.
Who took the words out of my mouth?
That's actually better. I prefer my men to be friends with girls they've already fucked, because there's no tension. There's no curiosity. Y'all tried it. It didn't work out. Y'all just friends. I feel better. So I feel better with that than somebody he don't know nothing about, that might be, he already sampled it. And because with men, that's how they move. They like to, and then they figure out, okay, you're going to just be a friend. They're strictly, they grade you by sex first.
Unconventional.
They do. They immediately, my friend told me this. He said he like to fuck off a rip, and then he'll place you where you need to place you in his life. That's men gauge like that. So I personally like my men to be friends with women that I have no problem with them being friends with people they used to fuck. It's safer. It's safer than somebody they never touched, because there's no curiosity there. It's been there, done that. We tried it, didn't work out. We're in the friend zone. And I trust that more than walking up and not knowing somebody. Let's hear from Dre. He needs his own comedy. Right. Okay, so yeah, you don't get that, but everybody thinks differently. That's just from my experience. So everybody say they done it in denial, right? Girl, you don't have to explain, right? If they're married, not if he's married. Okay, so this is the thing with y'all in marriage. Y'all keep thinking marriage is this one thing, one-dimensional situation. Marriage is what you make it. It's what, like, I always thought, I've been married once, and I always said if I got married again, I want separate bedrooms. Long as he's honest, I don't give a fuck what you do. But that's me. Everybody's different. Some people want their marriage to be this. Some people want their marriage to be that.
That's the most important part.
As long as you know up front and you okay with whatever the marriage is.
That's what men don't understand.
That's what it is.
Honesty is the only thing that matters. Like, literally. Girl, that's what I had to do. That's why I had to disappear for a second too. I said that's why I had to take a little break.
It's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So yeah. True. It is. I mean, you got two men marrying each other, marrying trans. Like, y'all can't sit there and put marriage in that traditional state like it used to be 40 years ago.
Yeah.
It's so different now. It's whatever them two made it to be. And so, in one of the warrants, it stated, he said to the girl who, he said he was married to, my wife know what I do. So I don't know how their marriage is or what they got going on. I never asked, because once I found out he was married, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know the dynamics to their marriage. I can't say it's traditional. I can't say, all I can say is when she found out certain things, her reaction was very vanilla. And I don't know. I don't know, how you make that marriage pact. We get a certain age and nobody's married. Let's get married. Because we're a certain age and we don't want to grow old alone. You know what I'm saying? You do you, I'll do me. I don't know. I just don't put it on anybody what their marriage is. It's between them two people. So that's between them two. Y'all sure face is very strong. Someone must be really broke your heart. Cheating is for losers. Poly or sister wives. If you sound good to be remain in Georgia, no. Dang, it goes so fast. If you have a problem with people who you don't understand their marriage is clearly misrepresents self-destruct, I don't know. So he slept with you first, but you said you never slept with him during Tasha K. I told you I can't say certain things because court cases and stuff like that. And just go by the phone conversations. I keep telling people, whatever the phone conversation said, just go with that. So if you heard some things on the phone conversations, we're talking about November 2020. That's what we're talking about. And that's what we're talking about, November 2020. When we first met, we met the last Wednesday of October 2020. We met October 28th. And 3 days later, it was November 1st. But you say you never slept with him during the Tasha K interview. So I don't owe her anything but whatever I tell her. Let's leave it at that. I wasn't on the stand. So whatever I tell her, and she called me at home and said I got shot 5 times. So let's say, we both full of shit. Okay, so you can slow down the chat. How, girl? I think one day you'll be able to inspire women to not to accept cheaters and criminals. It can serve cautionary tale with it all. Okay, so let's say this. Let's go to his criminal record. His criminal record is 30 years old. When he was 22 years old, he got caught up in an armed robbery, in which he told me he didn't do, but they scared him into taking a plea. They said either you're going to, it's 30 years or you can get out in 10 if you take this plea, which they do to us a lot. Him not knowing no better, he took the plea, which gave him a criminal record. And then it was another situation that same year. But what they did was they waited until he did the 10 years before they brought that to him. So that's why in 2008, they gave him a second conviction. But the incident happened with the first incident back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. So they screwed him and tried to make it look like he had 2 separate incidents and 2 separate convictions, one in the 90s and one in 2008. So when he went to court, that was a problem. And his lawyer didn't even clarify that because it wasn't, he broke the law in the 90s and he broke the law in 2008. All of that happened in the 90s. But because he was in jail on the one situation, the other situation they didn't bring to him till after he got out of jail. So now it looks like he has 2 criminal convictions and he got out of jail and broke the law again, which he didn't. He has never broken a law since he got out of jail from that one conviction in the 90s. So his criminal record is not correct. And that was it. It was from the 90s when he was 22 years old. When we were in our 20s, a lot of us do some stupid shit and a lot of us don't. Right. I did a lot of shit in my 20s. A lot of shit in my 20s. I stayed in jail more than I stayed out of jail in my 20s. Not bragging about it, but that was just what I was doing until I got tired and I stopped breaking the law when I was like 25. So from 22 to 25, I stayed in jail. Me and my lawyer are like this. For real. Me and my bondsman is like this. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in trouble. That was my 20s. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit there and put that little thing on the person. There's a lot of criminals that are better than people that never broken the law. So it depends on the crime you commit to. I never did a crime against a person. There's a bunch of big girls on here, I'm sure. Too much big. Shut up. So I don't always put a stigma on people with a criminal record. It depends on every situation, and y'all need to stop that too, because that's not fair to try to group it under something. Unless they did something that's so horrible towards a person, that's a problem. If they seriously, honestly did, like, you can have a conviction and still not get it, but if they honestly did the crime and it's against a person, then that's a problem. Our government commits crimes all the time. All the time. They're killing people over in Gaza, just blowing up babies, and that's a crime. So, you know, and they're the bigger criminal, but they got us so, you know, on this little shit that, oh no, that's a crime. It's only illegal because they made it a law. And some laws are bullshit. Let's be real. All drugs should be legal. And that was my thing. I used to move some shit. So, and now it's legal. And then you got people that went to jail for 20 years for a brick. What the fuck? You know, but then you got white people that rape children and they get probation. So unless you pay attention to the laws and how they fuck us and how they are, they're not fair. And then, you know, you need to know what, you know, and stop judging on that and judge individually on the person and if they really did the crime. Being supporter of your friend is fine, but surely has had the money to help him. Okay, that went, I can't say. What's up with the charges? Are you a lawyer? I'm not a lawyer, paralegal. From the phone conversation, Shirley was very supportive. Why Shirley stopped dealing with him? Because it was too much media pressure. And I think this is me speculating, I don't know.
You know, that job made her
her job. I think it was her job. But the thing of it is, it helped her because, one, she wasn't as popular. Her show got more attention when they put that thing on the show, and it populated their views. So she got that raise. Her contract wasn't up for 3 years. So they gave her a new contract with $5 million due to all of this shit that's going on. So it helped her career, but it didn't help her heart. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it depends on the person. You know, some people love money and some people love people. You know what I'm saying? So it just, and sometimes it's a pull between both. You know, this wouldn't have happened. Her raise wouldn't have happened if this shit didn't happen. But at the same time, you know, it's just fucked up all the way around. And I told him when I got the too much business, too much, move on. Sorry, gotta be vet. So anyway, when I got, and I don't know if they're gonna play the calls, but when I got the warrants and I read the warrants, because I really didn't know the details of the warrants. I just saw the list of people he couldn't go around. And I was reading the warrants. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, you know, if you didn't deal with none of these women, your ass wouldn't be, you know, in trouble. If you had just stuck to dealing with men and just do business with men and not with these females, you would be okay. Your marriage would be okay. You know, all of this would not be. But he felt like working with women was better than men because he was in a barbershop, and I guess his experience with the men was what made him just deal with women. And that could be true. I don't know, you know, but that's what he told me. He just had a bad experience dealing with men, and he just preferred to deal with women in business. And of course, a lot of men say that though. And me with my smart mouth was like, yeah, because you cute, and you know you can get that off. Because I know I use my looks with men when I go places. I get a lot of shit, like just, you know, being a little flirty, whatever, and you know it works. And I knew that because that's how, you know. So anyway, so sad. Sonya is making her own recordings earlier and appearing to be fine with it. What recordings are you talking about? Will you be writing a book? My son's gonna write it. He's in school now to be a writer. Double E, I agree. Will you be a part of the RICO running girls to Nesto business? No, I don't know. Okay, first of all, y'all need to stop with that because you fucking with his freedom when you say messy shit like that. These girls or women that he met are 3 different situations. One he knew for 10 years that he did business with before. One he met at a Starbucks, who was a teacher, and he dated her for, I'm gonna say dated because of what she said in the warrant. It looked like they were dating for 10 months. And then the other girl, her father brought him to her to help her with her career. And so that's what the 3 women involved with all of this stuff is. It's not no picking people up at the bus stop or randomly picking up people on the shut up, Yvette. It's not that. So stop saying messy shit like that, because y'all fucking with people's freedom when y'all say messy shit like that. It's not a joke when you fuck with people's freedom. It's not a joke. He's not running any type of female situation. That's just what it is. It's not a RICO act. And even a lawyer told me there's no way this makes sense to even say it's a RICO act, because you got a guy over here that happened in 20, who he used to work in a barbershop with him. And then you got a girl he's a realtor who he used to do business with 10 years ago. And they did business in Kentucky. That's not even in the city or whatever. And then you got the teacher he met at Starbucks. And then you got the little girl father who brought him to her, whatever. So how the F is that RICO? That don't even make sense. RICO, you got to have a criminal organization. What's the organization? It's just him and these chicks. That's not an organization.
People just saying stuff.
An organization. Who's this organization? You can't put me in it because I was in Florida and I was doing my own thing in Florida. Me and him didn't do business together. We didn't exchange funds. We didn't exchange shit, paperwork, documents, nothing. So, and I don't know any of these people. I don't know Erica. I don't know none of these people. Like I said, I only know 2 people in Atlanta. That's female, and she's one, and Madison's the other one. Other than that, I don't know any females. Well, I know some other ones, like socially, but stop doing that. That's messy. You know, that's what criminal back. I just said his criminal background. Champagne, I'm sure you ain't either, or whatever that means. They did that to R. Kelly, multiple states. Right? Is Nesto and Shirley legally married? I don't know. They say they can't find a marriage license, but just because the ceremony was in Fulton don't mean it was filed in Fulton. Celebrities do things a little bit differently. So I don't know. Chatty Patty gonna have Ernest doing life out of town, these streams, and I don't know why, because I'm only speaking on the warrants. You can get the warrants and read those. You're in love with a married jailbird. Oh, that's nice, Barbie. Thank you. Right, Sonya, why aren't you blocking these females who are dissing you, dissing your friends? And Doc, mind your business, that pays you. Oh, don't be going at Doc. Y'all need it.
Let them say what they want to say.
You both seem like cool chicks. We are. Nesto's helping someone with their career. Yeah, well, that's what the day. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I mean, you know what? Let me say this about that. Because my niece is a YouTube person and she has a heavy following and she lives in LA and she does skits and then she's doing rap music now. And I did a couple of skits with her. He did reach out to me about her and told me about this girl in 21 when I was still sick. And he asked me to introduce her to my niece because she was trying to be an up and coming rap person and an actress. And he knew my niece was doing that. But we only had one conversation about that. So I never met the girl. I never spoke to the girl, but he did talk to me about the girl and wanted me to introduce her to my niece because my niece is doing well in California. And she did win a YouTube award, actually. I think in 21, she won a YouTube. Whenever they had the ceremony down here in Atlanta. So that's all I know on that. Nesto has helped so many people build businesses. He has. The feds scene was on his computer though. Okay, so his computer is a used computer he bought 2 years ago. He's not a computer savvy person. Everybody people they know that's in their 60s and late 50s, they barely know how to text. He's that person. He's not a computer person. He know how to turn it on. He don't know how to turn it off because that involves a mouse. And I don't even think he knows how to do email. He has somebody that used to help him with that. The 4 images, and this is all, again, from the warrants, because, again, I only speak on the warrants. They omit certain things, which is the data to download, which you can see that, but they're not going to put it on the warrants because they know the data to download is before he had possession of the computer. The computer is like 15 years old. It's one of them big-ass block square laptops, and you know how old those are when you see them big square-ass laptops. It's on his page. You can see it, the laptop, right? So he bought it used, which means it can be things on there that's in the hard drive that you know nothing about. And they know when things were opened and saved and download. They said it was 34 images on the warrant, but they can only see 4. So how old are these images? If an image is downloaded in the last 2, 3, 5, 6 years, you can see it clear as crystal easily because of the technology. So you're telling me that these 34 images, you could barely see 4. That tells you how old the images are. And that tells you right there, that shit was on the computer before you got the computer. They're not going to put all that on the warrant. They put the warrant to look a certain way. But when he goes to trial,
they're gonna tear it apart.
They gotta bring it out. Let's see what happens in trial. Now, we say that all the time.
It ain't gonna stand.
So we got to go to trial and see how it moves. So when we go to trial and his specialist sees the computer and pulls all that down and tells you what's the IP address, what this, that, and the other, the site and everything. And then for them to say on the warrant, they're trying to say it's a minor because lack of pubic hairs. They're trying to say
everybody shade.
They tried to say the girl is 14 to 16 years old and has no pubic hairs, and that's why it's a child.
When every woman in America is waxing.
I'll let y'all think on that because I don't want to put my thoughts on your thoughts, but everybody knows that people get pubic hairs, and you can Google it at the age of 10. That's when girls start their period, and the hair comes before the period. So if she has pubic hairs,
or unique situations like my daughter was born with pubic hair, which is crazy, right?
Yeah. He said you ain't cute. So you're convinced Nesto is completely innocent of all charges? He said he is. Doesn't it hurt when people call you a liar? How is Shirley's daughter involved in this? Hey, Miss Sonya, you're so pretty. Thank you. So her daughter is not involved. Okay, so from what I know, with her daughter and him, and this is from the Sun. Talking about it because he never mentioned her daughter before he went to jail. So everything that he's ever told me is on the recording conversations because he never mentioned his daughter. But if you look on his page, thank you. You look on his page, you see all kind of pictures of them together. She's cutting his hair, calling him dad. Like, they had a good relationship at one point.
I agree with that. Nope. Next subject.
Somewhere it went.
I agree with that.
It went bad because, and this is what the Son told me, that he was giving her too much fatherly advice. And we know when you got step parents, you want them to be your friend and not your father or your mother. And I think because they were so close, I guess he thought he could give her advice and she'd be receptive to it, which was not the case. Mm-hmm. And then the fact, and you hear this on the phone calls with the wife, when she says she only comes around when she wants money. And her friends was telling her that she needs to fix the situation with her daughter, not letting her use her. And then she also says on the phone conversations, or it's either on the phone conversation or he told me that she can't, if she cuts her off, she won't let her see the grandkids. Mm. So he backed out when they got and he just stayed out the relationship. He kind of, because I used to call him and he used to be not at home a lot at night. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, how come you're not at home? You know what I'm saying? And he just would not really say why. I don't know if the daughter stayed with them or not. But he used to not be home a lot. He used to go home once every 3 days. That's how often he used to go home. So I don't know. I never asked why is that you don't go home every night. And I'm in Florida. So he wasn't with me. I'm in Florida. You know what I'm saying? But he'd be out. And then I made that little thing with the hotel. He texts. And so that was on the text. But anyway, he was going home every 3 nights or whatever. I don't know. That's from just phone calls that I was getting. Sheridan's name is on one of the she went down there. You hear that on the phone call. She went down there because, the police will try to threaten you and scare you or say certain things and make you come down and talk to them because they needed whatever dirt they can find on him. So they were trying to get anybody that he has some type of issue with to come down there and talk. Her name was on something, and it was, I think, the lease, because once you're over 18, you have to be on the lease, but her credit wasn't on the lease. So I think she was on the lease as an occupant because she was living with them. Again, this is me guessing. And that was it. That was all. But because she don't like him, they got a real situation going. They put it stay away. But it wasn't because he was harmful to her or that he touched. Sorry. Yvette said move on. Anyway, trading. He should hire you as a co-counsel. I got everything together, but I'm just going to send it to the attorneys because you know what? I be mean to the attorneys because they be fucking up and I don't play that. I'm like, y'all need to act like y'all care, because when I spoke to the state's office, they were acting like he did it. And I'm sitting here like, so what do y'all do? Just plead people out? Is that what y'all just do? Like, no. Did he say he did it? No. Okay, so why are you acting like he's guilty? But again, I'm dealing with white people who don't have these problems. They don't know because, and I'm cool, like, because one of my lawyers I used to work for, he's Jewish. And when all of this black white stuff was going on in the news, he was so oblivious to it because he's white and he's got money and they don't know. And because he has no black friends. I was like his only black friend. So he doesn't know the struggles that black people go through.
True.
So to him, he was just like, what do you mean? I mean, what? I said, he got shot in the back by the police. Well, what happened? I'm like, you're not supposed to shoot people in the back, period. Yes, that is. Yvette says she let you Carl Thomas baby mama.
Thank you, Yvette. Look,
Yvette is messy.
Yeah,
so
I'm a little. I got a messy. She's messy.
I got a messy best friend. Erica knows auditor. I don't know what Erica knows on him because I don't know their relationship. He's never mentioned her to me before he went to jail. Sonya, are you the only one getting one side of the story? Remember that? Exactly. Remember about them little people on his computer. Again, I told you about the computer. The images was on there before he bought it. Did you let that friend try you too?
What?
Corey, explain that because I don't understand. The assistant knows everything. Why is this man got a public defender? The paid lawyer. He's got a public defender because of this. The paid lawyer, when he first got the paid lawyer, he only had this many cases. Every month they kept adding new charges, and the lawyer had one fee for the charges. That's Nesto. They had one set charge. I'm only gonna let him say hi. He's only gonna say hi, and that's it. So he can't talk. His lawyer said he's not allowed to talk on the thing. Why doesn't private counsel?
Hang up or press 1. Your current balance is $22.79. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
I'm on live on the internet. You're not allowed to talk. So only thing you can say is hi. Because they said, where's Nesto? So just say hi.
How are you?
Not how are you. Just say hi because you're going to call me back because I'm on.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm trying to keep moving.
All right. That's Nesto. Okay, Nesto. I'm gonna text. I'm gonna call me back at 9:00.
Bye, Nesto.
All right. Did you read what I sent you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Call me back. Call me back at 9.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hey, player. Right.
Y'all got what y'all asked for. Finally.
Since Erica is co-defendant, and you coaching him, did you speak to her to get some insight? I don't know her, and he can't talk to her. So I don't talk to anybody that he can't talk to, only because I'm so involved. Even though I don't have a stay away order, I do stay away because I don't want them to try to say some shit. So I stay away from everybody he's not allowed to talk to. Are you concerned of the repercussions of recording Nesto's phone calls? I pay for his phone calls. It's on my phone. It's on my phone. And he knows I record them. And I pay for him to call me. So I own the phone calls. And I'm one half of the phone calls. So if they're selling the phone calls and posting the phone calls, they're not asking me, do I want them on there? I'm on the phone calls too. I've never seen anybody ask me, is it okay for them to post the phone calls? And they're my phone calls because he can't call me without me paying for them. I pay for the phone calls. Hey, and Harmon. Thank you, Sonya. Thank you, Realtalk Retta. Are you being sarcastic though? You know what I'm saying? But he's property of county jail. That's fine. But the phone calls is a phone company. That's not, it's a whole new bit. The phone calls is through a corporation. They're not the county jail phone calls. It's GTL owns the phone company that does the phone calls. And I pay for those calls. Had a glow with Nesto. Okay, so you know they like to dig. Okay, her calls, they need to be take down the call. They're going to take down the calls. The lawyers went to go see them. The calls belong to the jail. Okay, that's fine if you think that. But you can, I don't know. It's going so fast. Something about pubic hairs. Okay, so that went. I don't know. How do you slow this shit down? Because my eyes is tired and it's going fast.
It's going.
Would you want to
so
meet with
fast.
Shirley?
Why would she want to do that?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I don't want to do it.
Seems like Nesto makes you smile. How old is Carl Thomas's daughter? How old is your daughter?
She's 4.
Okay, she's 4. Hell no. Prison calls paid for him, and so did I. Tell him to keep his IG up. It's up because he's old and he don't remember to call the password so it could be taken down. Was Erica pretending to be a lawyer with Nesto? That's one of the charges. Didn't you say you would meet with Shirley in a call? Yeah, I did when he told me something very horrific, and I asked him, did he want me to speak to her? I didn't know. And what lawyer? What lawyer? Creel Lewis is his lawyer. Do not get Creel Lewis. Oh my God, that man will take your money and send you to jail. How old is Carl? Okay, that's 4. Being incarcerated is big business. Yeah, it is. That's why they put him in jail, and they're building so many jails, and we got the highest rate of prison in the world, the highest population. Really odd. It's scary. Beautiful skin. Thanks, girl. Hey, beautiful skin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
So
that was a nice comment.
Yeah. So I'm about to get off because I gotta pick a baby up.
I was just about to say that, and my ride is downstairs. My ride has been downstairs.
Listen, QW. I'm trying to help a friend, and they keep trying to make it about a relationship. Stop thinking that. I love him to death. That's my boy.
All she does is help.
You can hear it by the phone conversation.
All she does is help her
and
friends.
I even get annoyed listening to myself. I'm not on there trying to sound all, oh, hey, what's up? I'm just, I sound
regular, like she sound when she talk to everybody else.
No, I sound like I'm talking to a dude, right? Like a dude, not my dude. I sound like I'm talking to some dude.
Your friend, your homie. That's what I meant by
that's
that.
How I sound when I talk. I be listening to myself like, ooh, I sound fucked up. Like, but I don't have to sound no type of way because I'm not trying to like get him. You know what I'm saying? I've always talked that way with him because I've never tried to get him. Like I don't want to get him. Playing Nesto. Sonya is definitely playing Nesto. And you better watch that baby too. I love that baby. I'm gonna have her for like 4 days. You literally said you fell for him. Okay, when he used toys. I've never had toys. Anyway, but I did. Okay. So you literally said, okay, what's your page again, girl?
Latoya
Sonya,
Chantel,
please invite your girl for the next live.
Everywhere. Latoya Chantel.
Latoya Chantel. Sonya, find a man that can appreciate you. I date. I go out. And you know what's so weird? I was on a dating site. And me and Nesto used to talk about all my dates on the phone. They don't play those phone calls. Why? Because it's going to kill the whole narrative of me trying to be the side chick. I go on so many dates, and me and him talk about my dates all the time. June was the last time I went out on a date, and he called me when I got in the car with this guy, and he owns a club down here. And me and him went out on a date. And Nesto knows I go out, I'm on dates and stuff like that. We talk about my dates. Like we used before YouTube went public, and we stopped talking about my business. Right. But before that, before I moved down here, I used to go on lots of dates and talk to him about the dates, because again, not trying to be with him, just his friend. I got a few of those. Miss Sonya has no issue getting a man. I don't. I just don't want one because I've been through so much shit. When y'all get the video, what, Madison, can you please tell Ben that I need, what are they? Okay.
I pressed that by accident, sorry.
No, Madison texted me. So no, let me tell you. I've had 3 traumatic relations. Every breakup I've ever had in a relationship, except for 2, has been traumatic. It's always involved a gun, a death threat. You can't leave me alive. It's seriously crazy. So I be needing my peace. So that's why I don't be like really trying to get serious with nobody, because all my serious relationships end up crazy as fuck. And I don't need that in my life. People are saying you're lying so Ernest can get the bag for Shirley and divorce. He doesn't want any money from her. They don't have a prenup, he said, but he doesn't want anything from her, but her happiness. Do you think you have a type? No, because you know what? I dated 2 white boys. When I was in Miami, I dated a doctor for 3 years, and I dated this other white guy for 6 years. I think I dated the other white guy. So I don't really have a type. I have a personality type. I would say that. Oh, but I do have a body type. I do like a nice fit guy. You know what I'm saying? Buy some medicine in my throat. Okay. So racist. I'm not racist. I wonder why. Okay. Oh, God, it's going so fast. He drained all the money. No, he said he never took anything from her financially. And I quote you said, get back there and take off your clothes. I did say that, didn't I? Girl, you dating doctors and pastas and lobsters. Girl, move around. This ain't he gone, bring you down. I don't get that. That's a little too crazy type. Yeah, no. Okay, so listen. They all had one thing in common, the crazy dudes that I dated. They had bad relationships with their mother. And I don't know what that's about, but they all had bad relationships. Tell them you finna move out the right. I am. No, I can't say that because okay. So did you send him nude pictures? No, I did not send that man no nude pictures. Let me show you the picture you can't send nude pictures to jail. They monitor the pictures. So the picture that I sent him, which says it's a picture on the bed, it's a picture on the bed. Not a picture of me on the bed. It's a picture on the bed. And that kind of came off like whatever.
Yeah, it did sound
right.
Kind of
it sounds kind of crazy.
That
right?
picture of you on the bed.
But it's not a picture of me on the. It's a picture on the bed. And I'm gonna show you what I sent him. It's a picture because these are all the pictures I've sent him. And it's a picture of him on the bed is what it is, and that's what the picture is. It's not a picture of me, spread it out on no bed type shit. I've never sent him no shit like you see what I sent him.
Yeah,
they're all like, gee, I could send this to I could send
pictures.
this to a kid. Like I could send this to a kid. Like all of this shit I sent him crazy. I could send it to a kid. I don't send him.
Not like that one.
Yeah, I don't send him anything sexual at all. Does anything look sexual?
Nothing sexual.
It don't look sexual at all. I could put this on the Disney Channel. Hold on. See, I sent pictures of the wife. You know what I'm saying? So he got pictures of his wife. And that's the beginning. So where is that picture?
She really do send pictures of the wife, y'all.
Yep, I do.
She really do send pictures to him of his wife.
I sent pictures of his wife to him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Hey, I'm a friend. They think I'm a hater. But it's a weird friendship, I guess. But I don't expect everybody to understand everything. Where is that fucking picture? Anyway, I can't find it. But it's a picture on the bed is what I sent him. And that sounds weird, but that's what I sent him. It's a picture that's sitting on a bed. And that's not going to be in any of this shit. It's before this. This is before I moved. It's before I moved to Georgia. And this is after I moved to Georgia. See all these RV pictures? Mm-hmm. Nothing but RVs. See, you can see that. Pictures of RVs. You see all that? Because we like RVs. So I sent him pictures of RVs. And I'm trying to find that picture on the bed. I think, oh God, I got it in my drawer. What I sent him. But yeah, it's not a sexual picture.
You probably just didn't go far down enough.
Right, you rocking that bus. Right, where the baby at? The baby, I'm going to pick the baby up. She's so cute. Does Ned feel safe in jail now that his connection with Shirley? He feels just as safe. I mean, it surely didn't matter as far as safety in jail. I hope you really married because that would be an insult to injury, right? Get the bus down that RV with that. You feel pressure to tell your business. Why all things everybody does share their business. Right. This is the thing. Can you understand why we don't believe y'all just friend narrative? I don't know. Maybe y'all don't have good friends. I'm a good friend. That's all.
A lot of
Yvette,
people-
am
a
I
lot of
not?
people don't, though.
Yvette, am I a good friend? Yvette been my.
A lot of people don't have good friends.
Yvette,
though,
right? That's,
so.
I mean, I was
That's
raised
the
a certain
dynamic of
way,
it.
and and listen, I think if I was never sick, I wouldn't be here, because why? You get me? But when I was like hold on, and I was seriously fucked up. Like I said, I had only known this man for 2 months when I got sick, and he didn't have to be bothered, call, or anything, like nothing. And so just text me, and this is me in the hospital.
Oh wow.
And I was fucked up in the hospital, and that's gross. That's me. And this man called me every day. Are you okay? What's going on? Da 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 da.
Ooh, that's cool.
And the people, like my dudes I had just started, like the dude I was dating for 6 years, he called me twice. So that meant a lot to me. And so I'll call you back. Yeah, so that's ugly, right?
God.
Right. So I had almost died, and this man was looking out. He was looking out. So and just in a moral standpoint, he was looking out.
No, these pictures is crazy.
And that's why I asked him, because it got to a point where I was like ready to back out of this situation. And I asked him, who else do you talk to? Because I was like, I need to kind of, and he was like, nobody but you. And I think he was still talking to the wife. And I was like, damn, I got to stick this out, because I can't leave him for dead. And I saw what type of support he was getting. And not everybody know how to support a person going through this shit. It's hard. It's really hard. It's hurtful and it's hard. So it's a fucked up thing. So my thing is, I'm just built for tough situations from everything I've been through in my life. Shot, I was hospitalized, I was near death a couple of times. I've been through a lot of shit, and I think for a reason. And I think it prepared me for the shit I'm going through now with him, because he doesn't have nobody that's strong in his corner that can go through this. This is a lot. And everybody's trying to say, oh, he did it. Oh, he's a freak, bestiality, all of that. Like, that's fucked up. People need to stop thinking an arrest and an accusation is a guilty verdict.
But your job is not to clear up anything he did or didn't do. Your job is just to be there as a supportive friend. And that's what people expect of you. Like, you can't expect her to
talk about we have red
to put him as guilty or not guilty.
But don't get mad at the bloggers for opinions. Opinions is fine. Honestly, I feel like you're a good person. You deserve more than standing on business with a criminal. Stop calling him a criminal. Do you understand? It's hard to side eye for me each day with a married man. See, y'all keep going on the married man thing.
They can't have friends too, though. They can't have supportive friends too.
All of that's to the side right now, because he's going through something that can change his life, where his marriage don't even matter at this point. Because if he's looking at 10, 20 years in jail, he's not going to have a marriage. So all that's on pause until he gets through this case. And all I did was try to keep him mentally strong, because this man has said he was going to take himself out a couple times. And my thing is trying to keep him alive and strong through this process. And whatever he needs to be told to make him feel a certain way, it is what it is. Y'all can say, oh, but he's a married man. Okay, fine. After what y'all did and said and put all this shit on him, and now his wife is gone. So I'm supposed to step aside because he's married still. And then he's supposed to just be in there by himself and just
nobody.
Right. And just go ahead, fend for yourself, dude, because you're married, you're off, I can't. Married men can have friends. So for people who feel a certain way, believe me, they got friends I just don't know about. So it's better to say you can have friends and know the friends than them sneaking off and having friends. Because trust and believe, married men like married women have friends. Out loud, in the closet, whatever. They may pause the friendship until the shit is whatever, but they still have friends. And you got to be able to trust. If you don't trust a person, why are you with them?
And that's for
a guilty mind always speak the truth. No matter how you try to keep the lies. Talking about the husband. We do that. You ain't his friend. You slept with him. Okay, well, whatever. Case study, side chicksology 101. All these excuses. It's whatever. You're entitled to your opinion. Sonya, what your something think? Oh, I don't get that. Shirley didn't know about you. I'm sure Shirley didn't know about all of his friends or his situations. I don't know what they talk about. I can't say what she knows. Only he could say what she knows. She didn't know about Erica because she said, "Who was that?" When he said Erica, she was like, "Who was that?" Erica claimed she's known him for 20 years. I don't know. I don't know their relationship. Stand your truth, girl. There is an audience for you. Aside everywhere. You know what y'all can say? Y'all can say friends with old benefits. Don't say side chick. It's not an insult to me, but it's just not what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with name calling because I'm confident in what I am to him and, you know, my position. You know what I'm saying? Playing my position. You know, so all I'm doing is making sure the legal system treat him the way he need to be treated. Yeah. And we're still going to be friends after the fact. Whether he's married or not, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to disrespect his marriage. And again, that's why I've only seen him 5 times in person because of that. Because once I found he was married, I stayed away. We talked, and it was nothing but platonic conversations. It wasn't nothing like, you know, or that dickhead. It wasn't, you know, none of that shit. But in jail, you know, people don't differently. People get locked up. Okay, so you admitted that he had benefits with you. Y'all want somebody to say that so bad. Again, go back and listen to the phone conversations, and whatever you get out them phone conversations, that's what it is. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Because again, the prosecutor wants to destroy his character. And that's why, again, they tried to throw that girlfriend shit out in court. Everything matters. Everything matters. So them saying that in court is a problem because they're trying to make him look a certain way. Oh, you know, but then all he got to do is say, you don't know what type of marriage I got. So you can say whatever you want to say, but if I got an open marriage, I got an open marriage. If she lets me do what I want to do, you know, if she married me for friendship and nothing else, then that's what it is. I don't know what their marriage is. I can't talk on it. Only thing I can say is, you know, you can only ask her or him what their marriage is or was, because only they know.
In the case, the doggone case gonna get thrown out. So
yeah, that's why we're getting off out of the call. Okay, that's not what we're getting out of the call. Y'all slept. Okay, see y'all. Why are y'all so concerned about who I slept with and who he slept with? That's more supportive, right? What's up with Dre on my email? I'm gonna get Dre on for y'all because y'all love some Dre. Sonya is burying Nesto for attention. No, I'm not. We saw the heart, Sonya. You're in love. Oh, on the phone call, I love him. I don't deny that I love him. And at one point, I loved him a little too much. But we're not there anymore. So, you want your husband to have female friends? Yes, they sure can. Would you want a 50-plus-year-old granny moaning in his ear in jail? I don't know. I don't care. You said you were. A couple months back, I felt myself going there. I mean, that's why when I was around him in 20, the second time I saw him, no, not actually that. It was when I got out the hospital. Actually, it was when I got out the hospital because I had known him for a minute, and he sat with me for like 2 hours after I got out the hospital, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from him because, you know, I'll catch feelings for this, you know, situation. And we didn't do anything. We just sat because I was all 80 pounds, broke over, totally fucked up from the hospital. But I was like, nah, I'm staying away from you. So I never saw him till the next year. I went up and I was in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta, but I made sure I never saw him. I stayed away from him. So, you know, I wouldn't catch feelings. But then when he went to jail, you know what I'm saying? Caught a little feelings, but then I backed out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do with the feelings. You know, catching feelings is catching feelings. It's what you do with it. And so what I did was I kept it like, you know, I never tried to make it like, oh, you need to be with me now because I love you and all of that type shit. No. That's enough to catch feelings over a married man, though. Yeah, especially when he look good.
Girl, I'm gonna have to go in and say, because my little ride is
okay. The
me out. I told him you had to
6
get the
years
baby at 8
away,
o'clock, so he automatically came.
to call you. In another lie. I ain't got to lie. I just can't say certain things. I believe you deep feelings for him, and no one could judge you, Nesto. Just talk about Nesto. How? What happened? Were you in the hospital for 30 days? I had a blockage from when I got shot, and they were supposed to repair the blockage and have me in there for 3 days, and they actually had me in there for 30 days and a bunch of failed surgeries and stuff. Jesus. So I ended up having 2 major surgeries, and they ended up putting me in the ICU because I almost died. Why old girl in the back? What she provide? Moral support? Yes, moral support. That's her nickname. She has been so rude to her friend. Have I been rude to you, boo?
No, the original whole premise of this was to talk about our lives on Tasha K.
Shit. Every time she talks, she reads a comment over. They go by fast and they're tiny, and I'm blind. Okay. Oh my God, this is so scary. This is a new lease on life. Don't waste it with him. Do you ever feel insecure after you got shot? That's a lot of stuff. No. I got shot when I was 23. I got shot when I was 23. And when I was in my 20s, I was living reckless. Again, like I said, I was in and out of jail, and I was doing a lot of shit I had no business doing. So when I got shot in my 20s, it was fucked up because, my ex shot me and he tried to kill me. But it really didn't register till like a couple years later that he really tried to kill me. Like, this dude tried to dead me.
I feel like you should do a whole separate.
I got a video that's coming out. Me and Madison did it yesterday, so that's supposed to be out now. The whole story behind that, and then
you gotta do a live so they can ask questions.
And then the one after the boyfriend after that tried to kill himself in front of me right after that boyfriend, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is that?
It's deep, y'all. It's deep.
Stop giving them too much. Hey, Yvette, I love you, Yvette.
Thank you, Yvette. That's what I was trying to say. Like, leave them wanting more.
Hey, Miss Sonya, you should give us a story time with that story. Can you provide the funds for his attorney like a classy wife was before she learned of the senior codes law? That's a dig. Girl, let me tell you, I provide whatever I can provide. So if moral support is what I can give, and to oversee and make sure his legal situation goes like it needs to be, that's priceless. You know what I'm saying? You give what you can. Y'all try to put a monetary value on everything, and that's like them sack chasers looking for that bag. And that doesn't mean that man's going to treat you right just because he's driving his car and he got this money. So y'all need to get off the monetary, and it's really the emotional, because you can't put a price on emotion. You can't put a price on somebody having your back. You can't put a price on certain things. If a person can be bought, I don't want that person. And I tell my son that all the time. Don't date a girl that just wants you for your money, because that's not real. Because it's always going to be somebody else richer, somebody else poor, whatever. And that doesn't mean he's going to treat you right. So y'all want to stand on, oh, she got the bag, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, she got the bag, I had the bag a couple times. It's not happiness. Trust me. When I used to flip houses in Ohio, I got the bank statements to prove it. And nobody wanted to date me because they thought they couldn't compete with the money. They was like, what can I bring to the table? And I didn't care. Just bring yourself and some jokes. But when you're a female and you winning out here, it's hard to date. Yeah. It's very hard to date. And y'all can call me brokey all y'all want, because I don't, y'all don't know what's in my bank account. But
girl, half these people at home about to be evicted.
They don't know what's in my bank account, but they call me brokey, and that's fine. And I don't have a problem with that. But one thing I can't do, because of where my money is, I cannot pay for an attorney like that. I can do everything else, and I can do a little, but $90,000 is what the lawyer wants.
Look, I put some in your books, baby.
That's what I do.
And I put some on your phone.
I do everything that I can do. Oh, yeah. And that is keep his books going, and I keep money on his phone, and I talk to him. I oversee
as
whatever
a friend should.
maybe that next spilling all the tea. Right, she will not let her say one thing. Yep, we're getting evicted like Nesto. Oh, she don't know about all of that. No, not evicted all. Actually, we're stunned by how bizarre this whole case is. It is, well, it is bizarre. But that's if you just listen to everything and not really the spin that the bloggers who don't know nobody involved say. Like they in here. I agree with you. Yeah, we're thinking you're too small, Sonya. You could have really. Oh, it's too fast. Too fast. I know, honey blonde, not talking about no evictions. Where your Uber at? No car. That's because where I live at.
My boyfriend is actually downstairs, baby.
Yeah. And where I live at,
my
parking
boyfriend is actually downstairs.
Parking is kind of expensive because I live in a tourist area.
And I've been homeless,
To the
which I've already shared. I've been all of that. So before you speak about somebody, that was my whole point. Don't speak about nobody acting like you ain't been there or been through some shit, because everybody done been through some shit.
Well, anybody with a long life will go through it.
That was the point.
Because I've been broke and not broke in my life.
Let's be for real.
That's just what it is, because money can come and go. And I've made $40,000 a month, and I've made $5,000.
I don't pretend. I don't live above my means, and I don't pretend like I do.
If you live a long life, you know, life fluctuates. Careers, you know, it just depends on how decisions you make. To the young people, what edge control? Okay, so this is gummy gel. I don't use edge control, but somebody was trying to come for my edges, and they said I didn't have any edges.
Girl, I don't know what they talking about. I don't know what
Sonya, okay, edge control, please. It's gummy gel, and it's really good. It's really good. Go catch your ride, girl. When you hit shot, did you feel burning immediately? I didn't know he shot me when he shot me. I did not know. It was dark. He had a silencer on the gun, and we were just talking like this, and then he shot me and ran. So I didn't feel anything. I did not know I was shot. I kind of assumed because he ran that's what he did. And he had threatened to kill me before. So I didn't know. Don't worry about what people say. Everybody goes through some things. Think and do small, use your platform and help people. Exactly. Damn, I thought her Uber was waiting. Girl, let me find out you gone wild. And
it's not an Uber, it's
sponsoring gummy gel. No, it's gummy gel.
It's a boyfriend who gonna wait.
You have our attention now, Sonya. You're around here holding it down. Shining people. Yeah, fuck them. God spared you, so please leave people's husband alone. Listen, I don't want that woman's husband. Quit going with that narrative. And I think the bloggers just be riding that shit with the sad chick, mistress. I don't want her husband. And if somebody could stand in my place and do what I'm doing and help him, I would definitely fall back. I just won't leave him for dead. So I got to take this pressure.
Especially when his own family ain't stepping up.
I just know what I see. I just know I'm the only person that's dealing with everything. So, you know, and it's not because he doesn't want them. But again, like I said, you got to be a real strong person to do this. And I think, I'm not going to say what I think because people be getting in their feelings and shit. You know, we could we'll go right ahead. Like, step up, please. I would love for people to step up and take my place. Let's say that. But
been trying to get him to step up.
Told me he ain't got
been nobody. Trying to get people to step up.
Yeah, he told me he ain't got nobody. So and when somebody can come in and step in and do this, and if y'all didn't maybe make such a big shit of this, and his marriage would have been okay, she could have did it, you know, because he said on Tasha that his marriage was fine before all of this. He never complained not one time about his marriage to me ever. He never said one bad thing about his marriage. I never asked him other than, are you married? But he's never complained. Like some guys sit there and complain about stuff. He never complained about anything in his life. Let's say that. That man had never had anything bad to say the whole time I knew him before he went to jail. He never said anything bad. He was so happy and godly, and he loves God, and it's all in his posts, and he was just such a positive person. And he never, ever had a bad thing to say about anybody. You know, he just said he had a distant relationship with the daughter, and that it was causing some pause. But other than that, everything was good. And that's all he ever said to me about that situation. And I never dug into it because I didn't, you know, I wasn't looking for him to get divorced. I could be with him like that shit. Like everybody keeps saying, you want to be his wife. No. I mean, I had 5 wives.
What the
No shade.
These people are wilding.
Does Nesto have a church home? He never went to church, but he's very godly. He definitely got on all them old ladies. What old ladies? He told you how much he loves you as well. Yes, he does say he loves me, and that's when you in a fucked up situation, you do tend to say that. Is there a 3rd or 4th time he's been in jail since being with Shirley? He had an arrest, but not a conviction. He was deemed dumbed down with that liquid V. I don't know nothing about no liquid V. I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Sonya, he is a player, baby girl. He might be.
Yeah.
I said that to him when I read the warrants. I was like, dude, look, I'm like, and he had me go get the warrants. And I was reading them to him, and I'm sitting here like, dude, what the fuck? Like, but you know, that ain't my place. It's not a normal situation to get arrested constantly. What Pastor Jasper Williams was waiting for his mentor 8 years old before he married Shirley? I don't know about that. That black mass toy and liquid Viagra that was on his possession. He liked show plastic liquid filled breast, he said. I want to talk about my titties. I paid good money for these. I got these when I was 52 because I said to myself, if I'm gonna grow old, I need to look in the mirror and like what I see. And that's very important. People to look in the mirror and like what they see. So if you don't like what you see, yeah, fix it. But I don't have Botox like y'all try to say. I do have fucking wrinkles. There's no fillers today.
Don't you see me on a fucking video?
I have no fillers. This is 55. And my neck is fine too. But I did get my tits done. But everything else, you know, I'm saying is natural. And that's fine. It's my body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? His marriage was fine before Shirley knew about you.
Shirley knew.
I don't know, because she didn't say, you know, I don't know. She's never said that. I mean, I'm sure it's part of it. Do you feel bittersweet about your ex situation? Was that any of your kids' dad? No. My daughter was 3 and my son wasn't born yet. Do you feel bitter? Okay, so at Toya, her man drove off. They said your man left. Did you seem so happy when he called? Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid to be happy.
We were supposed to be finished at 8 o'clock, y'all. She got to get the baby.
That's my bestie. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no shame in that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty lady. Thank you. Why do you keep speaking out? Because you know what? When people go months talking shit on you and you stay quiet for so long and they try to create a narrative for your situation, then you end up having to say something. And that's what that is. Because I stayed quiet from April all the way. Sorry. Because I got to hold it now. The battery going down. I stayed quiet for April.
We getting ready to end it
through 2 weeks ago.
He might just do leave me, y'all.
Yeah, your man.
Nah, he has been waiting for a while. We was supposed to be done at a certain time.
Yeah, we were supposed
to.
But
then y'all got very happy.
Okay, so how did you remove the bags from your eyes? What bags? I've never had bags. This is me. Look. This is my face. But my filters be on point though, right?
Okay.
Colin, I'm sick of her. He said I'm sick of her. What's up with Nesto laugh? He has to. Okay, so listen about the laugh. And I think I said this to a couple people.
Tell him I'm coming down.
He laughs because he can't talk. So what he does is stopping himself from saying something or react to something, he laughs. Notice when he laughs. It's always when, sometimes something's funny, but a lot of times it's when he really want to say something, but he can't talk because it's a jail call. And they're trying to find anything on him. And they, like I said, they have no evidence of anything right now. So they're trying to find him to say something or to react a certain way. So he has to just laugh it off because he has to hold his tongue. Your friend is the one who, okay. You cute for 59. Thank you, girl.
All right, before
my filters do be filtering. Thank you.
Let me plug myself before I go.
Scammer giggles a lot. It's not as well.
Okay, y'all. I'm about to go.
She gone.
I'm going live on my page. I do have a page. I go live. My program is called Plug Love, where we help people in the community. If you need a plug, you need resources. You need resources for food, shelter, clothing, daycare. We help you. Any city, any state that you're in. It's called Plug Love. Yeah. If you would like to,
nobody cares, girl.
If you like, if you would like to help your neighbor, if you would like to get help for yourself, make sure
it's not that type of audience.
Girl, fuck them, because there's people out here who need help.
Clout chasing,
and I am clout chasing because that's the point of going live. That's the point of creating a YouTube. Is to gain followers and to clout chase. If you don't need help, then don't come on my page. But if you do happen to be a person who needs help,
not the homelessness. That's great against YouTube.
Yes, it's the holiday season. The highest point of homelessness all across America.
Your hair is so cute. The earrings. Okay, Nesto needs help. Scammers. I call people scammers. What's the scam? First of all, I'm not
asking. Girl, I'm giving. I'm not asking for shit.
Hers is.
I'm giving resources.
She gives resources. She's not asking.
I give resources.
She's not asking for money, so that's not a scam. Y'all sound so dumb.
Y'all got that shit twisted. I give resources to people who don't have them.
Thank you.
Fuck out of here. Y'all so negative. Y'all just want something to be negative about.
Yeah.
It's the holiday season, and I'm giving back to those who are in need.
For you at all. Something ask-neck me. I don't even know what that means. How do we find Love Plug?
It's just my regular page.
When I go live, Sonya some resources.
I
don't need any resources. Thank you. What's your resources for? Home shelters?
Anything they need. Plug Love. If you need a plug, we got it.
You know I'm plugged in with everyone. That's not what she's promoting. Bye, Felicia. You got no resources for Nesto? You got some resources for Nesto?
Nesto got his shit already taken care of because his main resource is talking to you now.
At Marcy. What did Marcy say? I didn't see
it. His main resource is talking to you now, baby.
Keep up the good work. She said keep up the good work. Giving powder nose. Bye. Sonya, please talk on why Nesto said his speech sounds so stiff. My lipstick is gone.
Let me go because he's getting impatient.
What's up for your next YouTube? Calm down, girl. Nesto needs his own legal fees. So plug in. I was going too fast. Nesto need to plug. Dang. Sonya's main resource. She called Sonya his main resource. She's being funny, like y'all being funny.
Exactly.
Some of us actually listen to you and cussing us out. The city of Atlanta supplying his attorney. Yeah, and they suck. She seems so sweet. I love seeing people help their people. Sonya, don't bring her back. She mad, LOL. Sonya's just reading over her. I want to move to Florida. Don't move to Florida. It's not a black friendly situation. Don't go to Florida.
These people are nuts.
If you want to move somewhere, go to Vegas. Oh shit. That's baby mama. Go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas is the shit. Hello? I'm on my way to Chrissy house.
Up 27%.
Okay, cool. All right, bye. Okay, cool. So a homeless woman vouching for a coaching skill, and neither one of y'all know the game. Okay, don't miss your ride. And she's still here.
If I've been through it, obviously I can tell.
Oh my God, sit down again, bye, friend. They both doing bumps.
If I've been through it, I can tell other people how to get through it. It's when you've been through shit, you can actually give real resources because you use them yourself.
She been leaving for 30
minutes. Make sense, boo.
From something that's.
And I'm still here because my friend asked me to do a live with her. Baby. Is that a problem with you? Because that's obviously what she wanted.
Right.
Is that a problem with you? Because she asked me to be here.
Don't be messy.
She asked me to speak on my shit. Mm-hmm. Not the other way around, boo-boo. That's why I'm here.
Well,
goodbye.
It was supposed to be for Tasha K interview. That was the whole thing because
we never even got to. Or
I never spoke on the Tasha K situation and what happened with Tasha K. So I was never ever able to say it.
Right, that was the whole point of me being here.
I see your neck and your jaws.
Girl, I gotta go because I gotta get down.
This is a thing where y'all so funny to me. Go ahead, bye-bye.
Right, I didn't want to be rude and just walk out. That's why I've been waiting so long because when I'm gonna be like, okay, girl, bye. Just walk out the door and be rude as fuck.
This is so funny to me. Go get your Uber, she said.
I'll see you later. You gotta go get the baby. Let's talk about me
your friend.
Get the damn Uber. You're supposed to get the baby since 8 o'clock.
My granddaughter is there. She can get the baby.
Ain't no fucking Uber.
My granddaughter is there, so she can get the baby. Oh, yes, her dude. She said bye. And now the homeless damn homie. Not the word when Ethan. Okay, she's focused on one negative person. Chillax. Make it make sense. Want to interview you. All right, well, tell them to call me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got my number because I be getting fake phone calls. She's still talking about she left. See, she gone. Yeah. She gone. She gone. She gone. Anyway, buy earrings. People be crazy. Don't worry about that. You are not real, girl. Bye. Girl, Sonya in another world. Am I in another world? I guess. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know if we're feeling about ill address future, answer no. Thank you. Damn, you're not gonna walk her out. She grown. And the door right there. It's a 1 bedroom. Glad that hoe left. Be nice. It's not nice to call people hoes. Don't bring her back. Okay, I won't. She got that dress from Rainbow. That's not nice. Y'all. Okay, so I just met her 2 weeks ago. We got a friend that's mutual. That's what it was, because my friend knew I did Tasha K, and then she told me that she did Tasha K. So I was trying to have a situation where, drop your link. Good live, Sonya. Sonya, you may be many things, but you are a strong person and don't duck nothing. I don't. Do you feel like you're in a Black Mirror episode? She's obnoxious. Who's obnoxious? Be specific. Nesto is ignorant. That's why he does that. He can't hold a decent conversation. Let me tell you about Nesto. And I say this to him all the time. Nesto's very country. He is from the South. He does have a high school diploma. He went to Job Corps. He went to jail shortly after graduation. So what is his education? What is his conversation? And a lot of people don't really care how they sound. My dad sounded worse than him as far as being country. My dad couldn't read, and my dad, I think, had a 10th grade education. But my dad paid cash for every house we lived in. And the house that we lived in, that I grew up in, is worth $1 million today, and that's in Cleveland. And a house in Cleveland for $1 million is a big house. It's 6,000 square feet. So y'all can talk about people and how they, move or whatever, but you got some educated sounding people that can't make a quarter. And you got some people that sound dumb as rocks and know how to make millions. So like it's the things that come out of his mouth, not the way he talks. He's a very kind person. He talks very kind. So we're not going to be all like, just because he sounds uneducated, he can't use big words and this, that, and the other. He doesn't need to use big words when he talks to me, first of all, because I don't use big words when I talk to him. I talk to him in a laid back conversation. Like I talk to people when I'm, in the hood mood, I'm not at a job interview, and I'm not at work, and I'm not at a business meeting. So I don't need to sound like anything important. I can sound like I'm sounding. I thought the yellow dress was your BFM for more support. No, I said I only know 2 people, and that was her. And we went out a couple times in Madison. I'm close to Madison. Job Corps be chirping out them criminals. Quit calling people criminals. You don't fight me. You're like his classy white. No, I don't. And I'm okay with that. Very okay with that. Y'all keep trying to compare people. Don't compare me to his wife. His wife is winning, and not because of the $5 million. She's winning because he loves her and he wants to be with her. And I'm assuming it's vice versa. So that's why she's winning. Money is money. He couldn't even give Shirley the phone number. I don't know what phone number. What is that? Dat Paul? I don't know what that says. Okay, y'all got good hearts. You met her 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. We was out at Whiskey Mistrust. She seemed like she wanted a piece of social media popularity too. I guess that's what people do. They network. Sonya, you don't believe that. You don't even believe that. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm speculating that. I hope that's what it is. Like I said, when I did the interview with Tasha, I hope that they I hope they get it together. I mean, I think that's what he wants. He doesn't say that, but I think that's what he wants because of how he took what she said. So I'm only saying that because from his reaction to her speaking on divorce, and I think that affected him. So even though he was saying, if you had 10 words to say to Shirley, what would they be? I'm not talking to Shirley because that's rude. That's all I can say. I just hope happiness for her, and whatever she wants, I hope she gets it. Because she seems like a very lovely person. She seemed like a very lovely person, and she tried to be there for her man as best as possible, but a lot of things got in the way. So hopefully they can lay low, and when all of this is over, they can continue life together. You don't want to hurt. His main. Okay, what the fuck is coleslaw? Shirley needs some assistance, but she's a millionaire. Sonya, I see you now. Okay, him calling Shirley his estranged wife. Strange wife, and not his estranged wife did it for me. He didn't even know what that meant. I told you, high school education. I've known a few Nestles in my lifetime, and they are only out for themselves. He picked the wrong one. The next court date. Okay, so if I could pause this shit, I would. Let me tell you, like I said, when I was sick and in the hospital, and I'd only known this man 2 months, he did what he didn't have to do. So you can say he out for himself, but calling me every day, making sure I'm okay and how I'm feeling is not selfish. Girl, he did say that. We heard him say when he get out, his only focus is his marriage. Yeah. Coleslaw is a side dish. Oh, you're being clever. You know I'm old. I don't know everything. Didn't you throw that girl under the bus? Did you know you just threw that girl? Did I? I don't know. Put me in the game, coach. You silly. Signing social media was not the thing or the way. Nesto's infidelity and criminal behavior finally took it something it went. I think they said coleslaw. It means side. Thank you, Poochie's Closet. Coleslaw side piece, right? Sonya, what do you want in life? You talking about what they want. What about you? I want my RV park. That's all I really give a shit about. And I'm moving somewhere, and I can't say where because the prosecutor. Every time I say something, they try to put it in there. Sonya, watch yellow dress. She wants your shine. Listen, this is not a shine. Side piece coleslaw. Okay, you're laughing at Shirley's Instagram pic. What pics did I laugh at? And where y'all get that from? Drive the ambulance Nesto has. They took the ambulance. Girl, let me borrow my show because you're digging in and deeper and deeper. No, I'm not. Have an open mind. You already know your next move is Vegas. Oh, I thought you meant my end game. Vegas is only until the Super Bowl. That's only like a 3-month thing. That's not a permanent thing. Vegas, I only want to be in Vegas for 6 months. I don't want to be there like that. Yellow dress is my acquaintance. She's what you call a new friend. Not a close friend. She's like a new social friend. That would be a better terminology for it. And that's not throwing her under the bus because I would be the same for her. I'm from the South. It doesn't matter about your education. Hey, and your upbringing too. So if your household wasn't talking big language and all of that too, that has an effect on how a person sounds too. No new friends. No new friends. Okay. Okay, barbershop Dion holding it down. He doesn't have the barbershop anymore. This could be a shine, girl. Think bigger. Okay, so yeah, my brother was telling me to do this thing, and since they was calling me strippers, and I know the strip club business, there is something I'm going to do, and I'm going to turn it into something different. We're not going to even do the Nesto thing. Like he would something I missed that when Houston is better. You think Houston is better? They got some nice looking men there though. Are you still opening your restaurant? Yeah, but it's going to be out the country. You are very entertaining, even if you are misguided. How am I misguided? You seem so nice. I'm glad I subscribed. Thank you, darling. You could have a social media that helps Nesto case, but you took it to the left. I could always do something second, not to be rude, but you're just making yourself look worse. That's in your opinion, and I appreciate your opinion if I look worse to you. You know what I'm saying? Where's the baby? You 45 minutes late. The baby's getting dropped off at my daughter's house. No, dear. All he's saying is what? Are you serious? Laugh. I don't get that. These things are going fast, people. Girl, don't worry about them men. Focus on yourself. And that's what it is. Because I've had relationships my whole young life. I've always been in a relationship till I was 50. And that was the last time I was in a relationship. I was 50. And then I dated somebody when I was 52. I dated this young guy. And I'm good. I don't have enough boyfriends and relationships and fiancés to last me a lifetime. Shirley is winning because she works and has established herself. Okay, if that's winning to you, that's fine. I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? Misguided in my opinion because you are so believing everything that I don't believe everything Nesto tells me. Don't get that twisted. I was saying she was gone. I thought you asked where Yellow Dress was. LOL. No. When did you meet Nesto? October in 2020. You are misguided because you are capping for a user. Nesto is about Nesto. Everybody acts different. You and us from the Shirley caught back. I'm not after Shirley's caught back. Sorry, boo. Everybody acts different around different people. So Nesto might be one way to another person, and he get in another person's face and be another way. I only know him how he is around me because I've never been around him and another person. So I don't know how he acts when he's around other people. I think Shirley's not going nowhere. She's old and naive. That's not nice. I think if she doesn't go anywhere, it's because she loves him. And they didn't have any problems before this, even though this is a big situation. But you got 10 years of no problem, and then one, like, so I was watching, and I love Andrew Tate. And a lot of men, and you can say I'm wrong, but this is just my experience, in my opinion, in the 55 years I've been on earth, a lot of men cheat. It's more common than it's not. And people act like every time somebody get caught cheating, they act like, ooh, like it never happened, like it's a new disease. People cheat more than they don't cheat. Women cheat, men cheat. Not saying it's a good thing, but it's just a common thing. And what Andrew Tate said was, and I used to leave guys every time they would cheat on me, because I've been cheated on a lot. But I would leave. That would be a deal breaker. You cheat on me, I'm over. But I say it beforehand. But what Andrew Tate said was, if you leave and get with the next man, then he cheats. Now you got wear and tear on your body from two men. Then you get with the next man, he cheats. You leave him, then you get with the next man. And I thought about that. I never thought about that before he said it. And I was like, that is true. Because I left him and got with the next dude, and then he cheated. And I left him, got with the next dude, and he cheated. So, and it was wear and tear on my body, because when you're a woman, you know, that's wear and tear as opposed to what a man does or receives or whatever. So it made me look at it a little bit differently, you know. And if this is his first infidelity situation, and she's open to forgiving him, that's between them two. You know, people need to stop judging other people's happiness or situations. If he's not abusive, he's not disrespectful, he's not putting his hands on her, certain things are deal breakers, certain things aren't. And if she's okay with certain things that you may not be okay with, you can't judge her for that. That's her life, that's her love. I wouldn't cheat on a woman that's paying my lawyer. Okay. Nesto pay. Oh God, it went too fast. You take Nesto. You love these questionable men, child. Nope. Who's the fifth wife? Shirley's the fifth wife. It's 5 wives. It's 5 wives. She's the fifth. Trailer park stripper. Queena. That's not nice. Sonya can talk. I'm loving it. This is not the first time he cheated. I don't know. Reading those warrants and looking at situations, I don't doubt it. But again, that's between them two and what she's willing to accept and what their situation is. Because I can't say what he said to me and how he put it. I can't say that yet. I can't say anything till after court is over. I just can't say that because it's going to change the narrative to a lot of shit. But again, it's whatever their relationship is. Everybody can't keep saying it's a traditional relationship unless she say and he say it out their mouth that they had a traditional relationship. You can't say that. So I don't know. I've never asked. Does Nestle know what estranged means? Yeah, I told him. He didn't know. Nestle said the only one of the calls that he had a problem with in his marriage. That's why he was never at home, remember? Nestle said one of the calls that he had a problem in his marriage. And that was because of the relationship with the daughter. That's what it was. It wasn't her. It was the situation with the kid. So he just excused himself because that's her daughter. So he just, 5 wives. Are you aware if he's legally divorced? I don't care. I'm not trying to marry him. Oh, that don't matter. That shit's something y'all in the bloggers care about. I don't care if he's married to 15 women at one time. I'm not trying to boo the man. So y'all keep trying to think that's what I want. Let me tell Madison, I'm gonna call her back. Shirley is classy with hers. I only know about 5 wives. But why would you lie at the first and say y'all never slept together? This live is boring. Okay, bye. That's Nesto. Nope, that wasn't Nesto. Nesto calls on this phone, not that phone. You the problem. Girl, Queen, you is on one. That's cool. So what's the situation with the daughter? What you made it turn bad? I don't get that. No, you don't leave if a man cheats. It depends on what the pros and cons in the situation is. Exactly. I mean, it's to each his own. I answer it. It's not goofy. Where's the next blogger interview coming from? Who do you want to talk to? It don't matter. Most believe it's traditional because that's what y'all automatically think. Something about okay, so most believe it's traditional relationship, but regardless, any woman shouldn't be in the forefront. Have you ever been married longer than a few weeks? Yes, I have. This live is boring. Bye. But the comments are here. That's usually what people come for, the comments. I be cheating too. I'm not gonna lie. Nesto calling, but he don't know you have a channel. That's what you're not answering it. I just didn't. He just would you just get on? Because Nesto said hi earlier, and he knows about the channel. Let's be clear. Nesto knows about everything. I don't have no secrets because I don't need to have no secrets. Trust and believe. Nesto knows about everything. Y'all just don't hear it on the phone calls because we don't say it. We text. So all we do is text now. See them texts? We text. So all we do is text now. See on the top, it says Ernest Williams. We don't talk no more on the phone. That's why them phone calls are boring and sound scripted because we don't talk. We text. Sonya, do you feel hurt by these comments? Honestly, this is texting. Do you tell? It's going so fast. He's dealing with many women. Girl, do you know Nesto Queena? Because you sound like he kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Did y'all have something going on? Use your limited paralegal training to tell him about freedom. Whole books. Ew. Nesto texting from the government iPad. Yeah, because he's in jail, honey. Texting how in love they are. It's whatever, boo. Did you know he was married before you had sex with him? Trick question. After court is over, I'll tell you. Do you believe what he says in scamming situations? Do you believe what they want? I don't believe the scamming situations. There's still 600 plus phone calls. Right, there are. Now you just told them folks to check the iPad. They can't release the iPad, and it's nothing on it. I mean, listen with the iPads. The prosecutor reads the iPads. When we go visit, they play that back. It's just not allowed to be released to YouTube. That's the only difference. Every phone call we've ever had, we knew the prosecutor was on the phone. It says it, and nobody's stupid. We know the prosecutor's on the phone every time we talk. We just didn't know the whole world would be on the phone, listening and picking everything apart, making everything worse than what it is. That's the issue. We're not talking about anything illegal. We've never had an illegal conversation. Remember, I told you I haven't broke the law since I was 25. That was the last time I was, doing the in and out of jail thing. I got tired and I said, I'm not doing this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. Why it lasted? Because I was bad. And I was my 20s. But we're talking about 30 years ago. 30 years ago. So that's a long time. Are you going to call as a witness? No, I hope not. Because I can't be a witness. I don't know any of this stuff. They can release anything. He's in jail, girl. They can, okay, go ahead. If they release it. How come you won't start a GoFundMe for Nesto's attorney? I am actually tomorrow. I was supposed to do it Monday. When was the last time you saw him? Sunday. Where's all Nesto's kids? Does he have a gay son? Yes, he does. Trailer Park Stripper is the name of your RP park. Girl, Queena. You know what, Queena? Get off the phone. Because you was just a real, petty with the look. You mentioned vibes often. Will you be bringing her on the platform? No grown women vibes because she brought out the family and she kept calling me a stripper and a hoe. Everybody in the free world knows the calls are recorded. Yes, we do. And they can be used against you. Yes, we do. Y'all was running your mouth to the same law allowed to people. If I'm not talking about anything illegal, I don't give a shit. So it doesn't matter. I've never had an illegal conversation with this man. So it's whatever. Somebody says Shirley is rolling over in her. Why did y'all say that? That's wrong. She's not dead. That's not nice. Right, Queena. Because Queena is stupid. I can't even catch up with herself. Tell Jerry I said, hey, okay. He has a gay son and makes all of those derogatory remarks about gays. Okay, first of all, he said, I have nothing against gay people. He's old. And old terminology, I got a friend that's the same age and he says faggot too. And that's something that old people say. He's not politically correct with the terminology of what they say now. He's not on that because he's not in that world. He doesn't hang around them type of people. So therefore, he's old school. And way back when, it was only a handful of gay people in the world. And that's what they used to, that's how they used to describe them. People of his age. And he's my age. So, you know, we're 3 years apart. God bless Nesto's gay son. I've never met him. He's 3 years older than me. Lamont disrespects his son. I don't know about that. That will get you terminated from YouTube very quickly. He didn't say it on YouTube. He said it on Tasha's thing. He's old and illiterate. That's not nice. Me too. Do you want to marry Nesto? No. I just said, Sonya, do you think Nesto's going to be free? I hope he's going to be free. If everything goes like it should go, he should be free. If everything goes fairly, let's say that. His one son is one of those type of people, and gay folks have been gaying ever since the beginning of time. Yes, okay, but it still was different back then. If you're young, then you don't know. But if you're 60 years old, you understand how it was back then in the 80s and how they used to talk in the 80s. Trust me, I don't want Nesto. Queena, you want something, girl. Do you got a man, Queena? Queena, do you got a man? What cities have I lived in? I've lived in Detroit. I lived in LA. I lived in Cleveland. I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Miami. Shoot your shot, player. It's nice. Rent houses. Something, I don't know. At the age of mature, we should continue to educate ourselves. It's going too fast. Ignorance is not an excuse. What are you talking about? The comment he made about the gay people. If you're not, again, in that world at all, you don't know how to be sensitive to the people. And that's like the most sensitive society out here. And it's sad because Black people should be more sensitive than gay people because we have it way worse than gay people. A lot of women don't center themselves around men. So not having one is an insult. So not having one is an insult. So not having one is not an insult. Okay. What do I do for a living? Right now, nothing. I quit my job 3 months ago. I've been seeing you at something, girl. I get blocked a lot because I am not an amen person. Hit the like button, run the likes up. Were you 100% honest during the Tasha K interview? Mostly, yeah. I told 2 lies. Figure out which one they were. Was it easy to fall in love with him? Was it easy to fall in love with him? That's a weird question. I just love your motivational speaks. Never changes. It never does. Cover up that titty cam. Don't worry about my titties. Mostly. Why isn't Nesto currently speaking to Dion? He spoke to Dion last night. He wished him happy birthday. Joe Smith might be single. Blueface too. Oh yeah, Will Smith. And did he knock yourself out? Says you won't be single for long. I want to be single. That's the thing. I'm okay with it. I have boyfriends my whole adult life. I'm okay with it. I go on dates. I get numbers. You know what I'm saying? Sonya, do you know that the story about Shirley's 5-man contract is true? Yes, it's supposed to be. Only Sandra, she's not always factual. I believe it's true. I don't know. I don't talk to them. I don't know I don't know nobody on that team. Why did I move to that? Because of his court hearing. That's why I moved to Atlanta. He is in a world called jail criminal gay. That's not nice. Are you trying to say everybody that's in jail is gay? That's not true. We know a lie, girl. LOL. Okay, that's fine. Whatever the lie is. Can you define blueberry? I don't know what that means. Sandra Rose is definitely not reputable. A lot of the bloggers, please. Okay, listen. Before I got to be a blogger, or not a blogger, but a victim of the bloggers, I used to watch the bloggers talk about Steve Harvey all the time. And I believed everything that they were saying because I knew CNN and local news were lies because it's corporations and they had like an agenda to make us believe shit. But I thought, got on YouTube, okay, it's going to be, you know, they're going to just report the truth. Then when I got to be one of the little, you know, victims of this situation, and I'm just listening to this come out their mouth, and I'm like, what the, like, oh, they be lying on YouTube? And I just was like, wow, this shit is crazy. So don't believe what they say on YouTube unless they have actual facts behind it. Because a lot of it is just entertainment, and it's mean entertainment. They want to make this the new reality TV, apparently, but it's not scripted. And, you know, people aren't aware of the script, apparently. But yeah, why does your eyes shift like that? Because I got glasses on and lashes. That shit is crazy. And that's how I talk. When you're talking to a phone, it's weird. All I can say in this situation is please something now. You are full of something. Son, you are full of participation writing. You understand that, right? I understand that. Is that a fix-a-fat breast or a liquid V that he used on the vote? Girl, Tina, you need to get with Queena. How are you a victim? When did I say I was a victim? We are grown, too grown to be on here believing everything here. You don't, because I for some reason did. YouTube isn't a reputable news source. It's not. Do you believe Nesto is reputable? I believe what Nesto tells me about this, and then I read the warrants, and because I kind of at first, kind of like, because I really didn't know, you know, all sides of him. So, the little shit, like the little writing a bad check thing, like that, I felt like that was possible because, you know, anybody can write a check and it not be good. But the harsh shit, like the child pornography and the R thing, like no, like I knew that was a definite no. And then his family was like, hell no. So it was no problem in not in believing that those things, that little shit, you know, he said no to that and they're not that serious. But like anybody can write a bad check, you know. I don't do it, but people can do it. It's not a serious crime. It's just people to do that to buy time for you know what I'm saying. But I don't know. Again, that's we don't believe everything, you know, but the BS when we hear it though. Okay, she's a victim of bloggers because they called her a stripper. Well, I say victim because I didn't come on here willingly, and the way I was brought on here was maliciously, and like that's why. I'm not saying a victim like an actual victim of some sort of horrific situation. Just like when people say, "Oh, you're playing victim," you know, in a situation where, you know, you're not taking accountability. So there's different versions of victim. Read the discovery. They don't show pictures, but the description is very damning. Okay, so we don't get the discovery because he's not indicted. So you got to get indicted first, then you file the motion for discovery, then the discovery comes out. He's not indicted yet. It's been over a year since they've had the information and they haven't indicted him yet. So Shirley Diamond Ring check on the ladies. I don't know nothing about that. You should either. I can't see that, girl. You making comments way before the calls came out. I want us to know to expose yourself. What was the comments I made? The bloggers have not lied. Okay, they read from the legal complaints. Heard the phone calls. Girl, listen. I done heard them listen to a phone call and try to break it down and sound so. So one of the girls said that I was talking about Shirley on the phone. Oh, Shirley called Sonya. This is one of the bloggers said, the grown woman chick. Said I was on the phone with Shirley and, you know, something, right? Because of the call. Wrong. All wrong. She's sitting there guessing because I'm not saying names, but I'm saying she needed this, that, and the other and stick to what she knows, which is radio. Was not talking about Shirley. but the blogger said I was. So they are wrong. They wrong on a lot of shit. Was not talking about Shirley. I know a lot of people in radio. A lot of people in radio. I don't know her. So why would I be talking about her? I've said it over and over. I don't know her. You hear me on the phone calls talking to him. I don't know her. She doesn't know my number. She's not going to call me. Why would she call me? You know, so she was way off base. And she made the whole caption about that shit, that me and Shirley was on the phone. So yes, they do be way wrong. Bougie Talk posted today, you and your comments 5 months ago on the phone didn't start coming out till September. Bougie Talk posted today of you and her comments 5 months ago about the phone calls didn't start coming out till September. The phone calls came out in July. You did speak on Shirley negatively. What did I say, Toya? Who was the one on the call when Shirley and Nesto called the law firm? I don't know. What team you coach? Talked about her birthday cake. Oh, that's when he first went to jail. I talked about her birthday because I was looking for him, and I checked her page to see if something had happened to him. You mocked her cake size for some odd reason. What did I say about? Because I said she had a little birthday cake. That's not mocking it. If I give a actual description, it's not mocking it. Do you do business mentorship? For strip clubs, I just go in with owners and I set up clubs for owners. Information reads it straight from the script and complaints. Okay, that's fine. The calls came out in July, but were made popular in September. They came out in July. You check a wife's page looking for a husband who does that. Yes, I was trying to make sure the man wasn't dead. I sure did. Yep. I was checking for safety. I wasn't checking for anything else. Why do you go on Shirley's SM? Because I guess you keep the lines. You eventually believe yourself. Don't have to. Do you believe Sharon is I don't know Sharon. I only know what they say about her. And I don't believe, everything they say about her. Because I don't, it's some things going on there and I'm not a part of it. So I don't know.